And on today's episode, hold on, I've been working on some new material. It's right. Oh, grab your tickets because we're getting to the theater. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Getting to the Theater. I'm Adam.
I'm Erica.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Etta.
I'm Abby.
On today's episode, we're talking about the 2019 DC super villain movie, Joker. It's not really a super villain.
I don't know if I would call it a super villain movie.
I mean, he's a villain when he's in a Batman movie.
Yeah.
If it's his own movie, we're just in an origin story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this movie is, like I said, from 2019. Stars Joaquin Phoenix. It was directed by a gentleman named Todd Phillips. Some of us might not recognize his name, but we'll recognize some of the things he's worked on. Mm-hmm. He directed Bittersweet Motel, Road Trip, Old School.
Oh, with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Starsky and Hutch.
Mm-hmm.
School for Scoundrels.
Is he just like a really big Will Ferrell guy?
I don't know about Will Ferrell, but he's a big Zach Galifianakis guy because he directed the entire Hangover trilogy.
Yeah,
Really?
his movies are mostly bro-y. Like, they're that kind of, like...
I get that vibe.
Like college humor?
Yeah.
Yeah, like these movies go over very well in a frat house.
Yeah.
Bro movies, not dad movies.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a
Yes.
difference.
He also directed Due Date with Galifianakis and Robert Downey Jr. Then he directed War Dogs right before he did this movie.
Yeah.
And his latest film, which came out last year.
Does War Dogs have Bradley Cooper?
Yes, he has a small role in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mostly Jonah Hill and Miles Teller, I believe.
So it's not a war movie?
They're contractors that sell guns for the U.S. government.
Really?
Yeah, I believe so.
Jonah Hill, not a comedy.
I think it's a comedy.
I feel like he's done not comedies before.
Well, this movie is for sure not a comedy.
Right.
But its sequel, how bad it did, kind of became a comedy.
We haven't seen it, so...
Which is also directed by Todd Phillips.
Well, Etta saw it, right?
Etta has seen it.
I do
Joker
not
Folie à Deux.
recommend at all.
I cannot wait to watch it
But
someday.
You're a Harley Quinn stan, right?
I wouldn't say Stan.
She likes Harley Quinn in relation to Poison Ivy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
I was
that's
gonna say,
true.
I'm more of the Gotham City Sirens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Harley and Joker together are a toxic combination.
The worst couple
no,
loves them together.
Every iteration of the two of them together I've ever seen has been awful.
I know people love the HBO series.
The cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that's
mostly
good.
Harley and Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
And just, like,
A lot of-
their love story.
A lot of good voice actors in that
Oh,
show.
amazing voice actors.
They've been
in that
on
show.
dozens of things. I cannot think of a single one off the top of my head right now. Like the people who were in that show.
Yeah.
Like, I've looked up the cast before.
Yeah.
I know one is Alan Tudyk.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Tudyk is great in everything.
Yeah.
Disney released them? Or let them go
Yeah.
visit their friends
He got-
at
he
Warner
got
Brothers?
He got those Disney shackles off, and he went and helped Warner Brothers out for a little bit.
Nice.
But our movie here, Joker 2019, Jeremy picked this movie for us. So, Jeremy, what's if we took all the face paint off of this movie, what's the essence of it?
Oh, man. This movie is about a guy. I don't know if I want to call his disorder. It's not a mental health disorder. It's a neurological disorder.
The laughing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he also does have a lot of mental orders.
Yeah, a man with a neurological disorder who is also very down on his luck is basically his whole life just goes down in this terrible downward spiral, leading him basically to a criminal life.
Yeah. Yeah. And that character's name is Arthur Fleck.
Arthur Fleck.
Joaquin Phoenix's character, the titular Joker in this movie, which we don't hear the word Joker in this movie until the last 15 minutes.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it the last
it's
15?
a little bit longer than that because, well, we can get into it later, but it does get referenced first, and that's why he brings it back in the last 15
You're right.
minutes.
You're
Yeah.
right. You are absolutely correct. But, I mean...
I think they said it like what, twice, maybe 3
Yeah.
times.
It
Maybe?
wasn't
De Niro's
much.
character.
Yeah.
Yep. So
it got said a lot after the big climax at the end.
Yes. So this movie actually stars, apart from Joaquin Phoenix, we also have Robert De Niro, Zazie Beetz, Mark Maron in a very small role.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Mark Maron?
Mark Maron plays Murray Franklin's producer.
Yeah.
Like when Joker goes to the show
Yeah.
and he's talking to De Niro, and the guy next to him is like, "This, you want to bring this guy on the show? This is a terrible,
Okay.
Yeah, that's
terrible
Mark
idea."
Maron. He was in Netflix's Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
You
Okay.
watched
Never
you watched
that.
the first few episodes of that, I think.
did.
Yeah.
Did.
Yeah.
He was like the guy creating Glow.
Now you always talk about the YouTuber we like, Greg, the How to Drink guy,
Yeah.
saying
Oh,
he
I
looks
like
like
him.
yeah.
I love him, but he always looks like he's going through a hard divorce.
Now
Oh.
now Mark Maron,
Like,
everything I've ever seen him in, he looks like he's going through a hard divorce.
And
see his
in
picture?
some of those things, he is going through a hard divorce.
yeah. So Mark Maron.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he does look like he's going through a hard divorce.
We also have
He's losing the kids in that relationship.
oh no.
stop.
We have Francis Conroy. We have Brian Tyree Henry in a very small cameo.
When he showed up, I was like, "Oh, look at this guy."
Yeah, look at Megatron.
Hmm.
See, we have Lee Gill, who plays Gary.
Oh, poor Gary.
Yeah. Let's see who else we got. We have. I'm trying to find the guy who's playing Thomas Wayne.
That piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go.
Yikes.
Brett Cullen playing Thomas. Hey, Cullen, you think he's a vampire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We also have Shea Wiggum playing a detective in this film.
Shocker. Really?
Shocker.
That man
No.
playing a detective like he's never played a detective before.
Yeah, a lot of the people in this movie that were in the smaller roles were very recognizable, and I looked it up. Like, they've done a lot of one episode of this, one episode of that.
Character actors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say, while all of the people we mentioned and all the ones we didn't mention are in this movie, there's almost not a single scene that does not have Joaquin Phoenix in it,
This
from
is-
what I remember.
This 100% is just a character study. You're watching his life.
Right.
I think
so-
I said that.
You
before
could
we,
swap-
Yeah.
You could basically swap this story and make it not about Joker, just make it about a random person, and that's what it would be. Just a very sad story.
The
Thi-
fact that it takes place in Gotham, I think, is ancillary to
Right.
the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could change the whole thing about Gotham, and you could change his outcome at the end with the Joker persona. Change that to anything else, and this movie would still work totally fine.
Yes.
Right.
Changing just the location and the name of this character, and you're good.
No, when I was looking at this movie as a whole, I compared it to Requiem
Dream?
for a Dream. Like, this could have, if you take the fact that this was a DC character out and you made it just a regular person, regular story, and he doesn't become the Joker at the end, you could have woven that into Requiem for a Dream, which would have been just as fucking sad.
Yeah, you take out all the mental illness and you replace it with a heroin problem, and he and his mom
You
are
could've-
sitting around shooting toot the whole movie.
You could have kept it as a mental illness issue.
Yeah,
And-
but the other thing in that movie was drugs, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a lot about drugs.
Yeah, yeah.
Even
a movie you'll never get me to watch. That movie looks so fucking sad and bleak.
It is stuck in my head forever. I will never be able to unsee the things I saw in that movie. It
yeah,
was
that's
so
like
sad.
That's like me in the movie The Pledge with Jack Nicholson.
Never seen it.
Don't.
Okay.
The last 5 minutes of that movie ruin it.
Oh no.
Are we recording? Sorry.
We are.
Yeah.
We are recording.
Yeah,
We've been recording.
We've been recording the
We've
whole.
been- we've been
That's why we're
recording
talking
for-
about the movie.
For 16 minutes, and we have barely spoken about the movie Joker from 2019.
Sorry.
But our movie starts in 1981.
I missed that part.
I don't think it ever says it on the screen,
Okay.
but I like aesthetically the movie looks 80s, or as Abby mentioned yesterday when we were watching it, late 70s.
I just thought that was Gotham. I was like, no, that checks out. You know?
Like how the Gotham Burton Batmans look like they were somewhere between the 1940s and the 1960s.
I, was just
I get
like,
what you're saying.
That's
Yeah.
just Batman.
All the cars were the square boxy cars. People are smoking inside, smoking like chimneys.
So much.
It's like if you honestly watch like any movie from the 80s, like a big city movie, like The King of New York, which I believe is early 90s, but it looks like that aesthetic. But we are introduced to our main character, Arthur Fleck, Joaquin Phoenix. He's a party clown, and he's an aspiring stand-up comedian. He's very down on his luck, like Jeremy said. He's got mental illness. He's got a neurological disorder, which causes him to chronically laugh at random moments.
Tense moments.
Tense moments.
Yeah, at first I thought it was nervous laughter, and then there was the scene where he pulls out the card and actually says, because he can't stop laughing enough to explain what's going on.
I think I just found something online described as pathological laughter.
And he looked at videos and listened to audio clips of people that have the same disorder to perfect his Joker laugh. I think he did a good job with it.
I think he did great.
None of the acting in this movie was bad.
No, I will say none of the acting was bad. Aesthetically, like the shots in this movie are great.
Yeah.
The scene it's a random wide shot of the train going into the city. There's a lot of shots of him when he's in the full Joker costume at the end that are visually stunning. We got to move past the Gary Glitter song, but the visually this movie is great.
Yeah.
It is sad and bleak in a lot of these shots, but they look they're good shots.
I think it's just a weak story. Like we kind of talked earlier, like nothing, like it's so
I think
limited on what happens.
It doesn't delve deep enough into what it needs to, because this could be a very good commentary on white men not getting the help they need, and then making it everyone else's problem.
Yeah,
I agree with that, but in the sense for Arthur, he is trying to get help, but society is taking that help away from him, because when he goes to his therapist that second time, she mentions this is the last time we're going to be able to meet because it cut all of our funding.
right.
Yeah.
But even when, I don't know how deep we want to go into it now, but we can go straight into that. Like, he's saying, as she's trying to explain this, you don't listen to me. And so, I mean, I don't know if it's just that she wasn't a very good therapist. I do think that there was some lack of professionalism on her part, because at one point she said, I wrote it down. It was like,
Hold on. We're getting way out of order.
okay,
We'll get there.
We'll get
circle
there.
back.
Yeah.
So, when we're first introduced to Arthur in this movie, this is actually a very chilling way to introduce your character. But he's sitting in front of his mirror at work, getting ready to put on his clown makeup. He's like a clown for rent.
His egg.
Egg?
Yes, so an egg is, well, okay. A professional clown can register their makeup with, I can't remember what it is, but it's like the official registry for clown faces, and no one else can do your makeup.
Hey, bub, you're using Greg's makeup. Take that off.
Yeah, well, no, seriously. And the way they do it is when your makeup is accepted and it's deemed that it's original enough, it doesn't look like somebody else's egg, they send it to you on an egg.
Like a real egg?
I guess. And then, so
Probably
the
like-
reason I bring this up is because there was a comic where Joker got beat up by a bunch of clowns and they were screaming, "Show us your egg." Because they said he was not original enough.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's how I learned. Well, that's part of how I learned about clown eggs.
Okay.
Neat.
Yeah.
That's a neat detail.
I never heard anything like that before.
Well, yeah, Joker was Arthur was working on his clown makeup.
Yeah.
And Joaquin Phoenix lost a lot of weight for this movie.
45 pounds?
52 pounds.
52?
He looks unhealthily thin.
Yeah.
And a lot of the shots you see from behind are you can see these shoulder blades.
He looks like Gollum.
Yeah, they're protruding out.
He kind of hunches like Gollum, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking spider.
But he's sitting there and he's putting on his makeup. He's got the white makeup and he's got the little blue diamonds above and below his eyes. And he's staring at himself and he's putting his fingers in his mouth and he's forcing himself into a smile. And he's crying.
Yeah.
And this is apparently a reference to the movie M from the 1930s. It's a movie about someone killing kids.
Oh.
And this is a reference to that. There's a lot of
Okay.
homages to other films in this movie, but it's just off the jump, something is wrong with this man. literally forcing himself into a smile and crying while he's staring at his reflection is a chilling way to introduce him.
And I guess it is also just a huge, I don't want to say a huge nod to, but the whole sad clown like theme and concept.
Yes.
Just, I don't know how long that concept's been a thing, but
it's like an old opera thing, isn't it?
I think so.
There's a name
Yeah.
for it. Starts with a P.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I just know that
Pagliacci?
Yes.
that was like a yeah. What was it again?
Pagliacci.
Pagliacci. Not to say that concept is hackneyed or anything like that,
No.
but just you immediately get it. This is the sad clown concept is going to be in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And boy, is it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Arthur also lives with his mother, Penny, played by Frances Conroy, who also has some
Mental issues.
thank you, mental issues going on. She writes to Thomas Wayne every single day.
Well, what money? I feel like sorry, to get on my soapbox here. Say what I know about Gotham. I feel like Gotham doesn't have Social Security. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Where's she getting this money for stamps? She ain't got a job.
Well, speaking of Social Security,
Arthur's buying it.
He got to stop buying his mom some stamps.
he's got to take her envelopes away.
Although it is 1981, so these stamps are probably like a penny.
Yeah.
Right.
Before we meet his mom, we do have the first scene with him in therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the therapist says, "How does it feel to have to come here?" The fuck? Like, how does it feel to have to come to therapy? Not good. That's when I was like, this is not a high quality therapist. This is mediocrity at best.
Was
Yeah,
this the first therapy session or the
This
second
was
one?
the first one.
Okay.
This is the one
'Cause
where she's
that's
asking
right
to look at
after
his
he was
journal, I
crying.
think.
Oh, yeah.
She asks him if he's still journaling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chain smoking in this whole scene.
But
Oh
it, like,
my god.
It
was killing
opens
me.
up to him just laughing. And she's just like looking at him slightly disgusted.
Mm-hmm.
This woman looks very uncomfortable around him.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about the mugging either.
No, not yet.
That happened?
I wasn't trying to go in any particular order with the movie.
Gotcha.
Like the things at the beginning, like the mugging.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about it now.
Yeah, I mean, we see that at least one of the gigs he has is a sign spinner, and he gets mugged by a bunch of Utes.
Hell, he barely gets mugged because all they do is steal the sign and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, because I was like sitting there and they like
He gets jumped.
they steal the sign. He chases after one. Arthur Fleck can run. They
Right.
should have put that man in track, Gibson to the Olympics. Something that man was
Well, he's
booking
so
it.
skinny, he probably doesn't have to haul around that much.
Right?
And imagine if he didn't have those big clown shoes on.
He
would've been
probably
fat.
could have caught him.
But you're being chased, and all you hear is "Huh, huh, huh,
Yeah.
huh, huh." He's
Alternate
getting closer.
title: The Running Man.
Hey!
The honking
Yeah.
man.
Just God, because I kept bringing that up
The
too every
running
time.
clown.
Yeah, the running
Hey,
clown.
the running clown.
I mean, he was a runner. He was a track star. That man was going.
But he goes down this fucking alley chasing after these kids, and they're standing there at the end of the alley. One of them was hidden behind a wall, and he just busts Arthur over the
got
face with his
mollywopped.
sign.
He mollywopped his ass with that
Oh
fucking.
man,
And
broke the sign. Then they beat the shit out of
And
him.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, y'all didn't even steal nothing off of this man. Y'all just beating him up
No,
just
I
to
think-
beat him up.
I
They
think they
stole the
did steal
sign.
the stuff because
Yeah.
one of the
Okay.
kids said, "Take his stuff."
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They're like they beat him. They're like, yeah, beat him, and they just start stomping him and beating him up. And they're like, take his stuff.
God, they beat the brakes off of this
Yeah, they
man.
beat
in
him
this
so
alley.
bad.
He's laying there in a puddle. You feel so bad for him.
But and then that's one thing. But I'm like, these kids don't know how to enterprise. Y'all are robbing the wrong man. You're robbing a poor man. That man has nothing. Y'all should
Nothing.
be robbing somebody else.
May I introduce you young men to this gentleman over here? His name's Thomas Wayne. He's got some money.
Please rob that guy.
Wait for him to go down crime alley.
Yeah.
But again, all this stuff, the city is falling apart because the poor people are getting mad because all the rich people, rightfully so.
This is a movie with slight conversations on class consciousness. I think we could have took it a little deeper, but it was 2019.
Yeah.
But
Eat the rich.
yeah.
I brought that up.
You did.
Yeah.
You remember I said I think they might have pushed him in a different direction
Mm-hmm.
because maybe he was just like, hey, I want this to be like I was saying. I want to call out rich people with this movie, and then they were just like, hey, no.
Warner Brothers was like, hey,
classism.
y'all talking too much about us.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you can call somebody else out. You ain't gonna call out us. Call out some other group.
Because the city is falling apart pretty much. I mean, there's no social services. So like a big theme in this movie is no trash getting picked up. Like there's trash bags
Everywhere.
all over the place. Arthur's losing his therapy, as we find out, which
Yeah.
he asks the question later on when this happens. Well, how am I supposed to get my pills?
Mm-hmm.
Society is not looking out for the people at the bottom,
Right.
much like it does in real life.
Right. And it becomes a really vicious cycle with people who are on mental health medications that's like, you don't have access to your medication, so you're too depressed to go to work, so you lose your job, and now you can't afford your medications, so then you continue to not take your medications, so then you can't get a new job, and it just becomes this, like, I mean...
Horrible cycle.
Exactly.
Yeah. Listener, this movie's not happy. It's good, but it's not a happy movie.
This movie says a lot of things without delving deeper into the things it should.
Right.
Because mainly we just follow this one guy and what it does to him.
Yeah.
And even that was, like...
Surface
because we were
level.
set up with him. Well, I think because most of it's from his perspective, we get that unreliable narrator situation.
Boy, is he.
Uh-huh. And then it does just stay very on the surface because I don't think he's capable
of realizing
deep
how fucked he
diving
is,
into the
yeah.
things he should be. Yeah.
Which is also commentary on it yourself. You never know how fucked up you are until someone's like, hey, maybe you should not, or you should go get some help. You know, it's like one of those situations. Because, like, when you're going through it, you never realize how bad you're going through it until you come out on the other side.
Right.
It's like, that reminds me of a quote from House, where he said something one time about, if you want to know the truth about someone, that's the last person you should ask.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to know if there's something wrong with you, don't sit there and ask yourself that. Have other people tell you.
The rich
Preferably a therapist.
the rich
Right.
should never tell the poor people what's wrong with them.
Pull yourself up from your bootstraps. Thomas Wayne.
Work harder.
Right.
Yes.
Just don't be depressed.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
don't be sad.
Yeah,
It's
just
fine.
don't.
Don't
Just
be
don't
sad.
do it.
Just stop.
Yeah.
Why are you sad? I have billions of dollars. I'm happy. Why aren't you happy with your, slumlord apartment?
Yeah, can I have one cool million and I will leave you alone?
Right. So as we said, Penny, her running thing throughout this movie is she writes to Thomas Wayne every single day because she was a maid at Wayne Manor 30 years ago. And Thomas Wayne, several times in this movie, appears on TV and says, if you worked for Wayne Enterprises, your family. We will take care of you. So she is always like, no, look, he says he's going to take care of us. If he knew what kind of state we were living in, I just got to keep writing to him every day. Every day I'm going to keep writing to him. Using up those stamps.
Crazy. At some point, you got to give up.
Right. Now, as we also mentioned, Arthur has the neurological condition that he will start laughing uncontrollably. He has a great Joker laugh, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned
It's
that.
very on brand for how
Yeah.
I picture it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for the movie and for the version of Joker they were going for, it's a good laugh.
Yes. I think he does a really good job
Because it's
with it.
also very unsettling and very uncomfortable.
Yes.
That's a perfect way to describe it. Unsettling. Yes. And you can tell he's uncomfortable when it happens.
That said, does he do the laugh while he's in the makeup?
A little bit.
Ah, yeah, a little bit on the
Yeah.
show. Okay.
Yeah. Not as much as he does before the makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now that he's gotten his sign stolen, he got that mollywopping. He's back at work, and everyone knows about this mugging. One of the guys he works with, Randall, is
Man,
like,
fuck Randall.
Randall fucking sucks. Played by Glenn Fleshler, by the way.
Yeah. He looked familiar, and he was another one,
Yeah.
like, character actor.
Like, he was definitely on SVU at some point.
Yeah, probably playing a perp.
Definitely.
So he's like, look,
That-
Arthur, you can't let this happen again. You got to defend yourself. And he gives him a little brown paper bag, which contains a fucking gun.
Which you can't, not even because it's illegal. You should just not be giving people guns, you know? Like, that's just, if they don't ask for it, don't be giving away, listeners, don't be giving away guns, all right? If you got a free one, keep it, you know?
I mean, but at the same time, Arthur's like the last fucking
The
person
last person
that should be given a gun. The man is mentally unstable.
Yeah.
Did he know how unstable?
You can
Arthur
look
was?
at him and tell.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but you can't judge people too much on their
This
appearance.
is, as we come to find out, this is just Randall being a fucking asshole.
It's a setup.
He was not doing this so Arthur could protect himself. No. He was doing this because he knew it would fuck Arthur up eventually, and it does. It gets him fired at a certain point.
But also because Arthur's just doing the most with this gun.
Well, that's true. But Randall tells me, he goes, look, you're my boy. I'm going to look out for you. Take this. You can pay me back later. Don't worry about it.
See, initially, I thought he actually did have good intentions.
Yeah.
He did pay him back later.
Because he's just like, bruh, like, you got me the brakes off. Here's a gun. If they run up on you again, just you know what to do.
Something about this scene, like I remember when I watched it in the theater, because I saw this movie the week it came out. When Randall gave him that gun, I was like, something about that doesn't feel right. Nope. Like, I don't know if it's because when certain people are cast in a certain role, you get a vibe from that character because of who they're played by. Like Raphael Scarf in Luke Cage. Like, as soon as I saw who he was played by, I was like, oh, this is going to be a dirty cop. And sure enough, it was. But when I saw this guy, Randall, like, I've seen this man in other things. I'd have to look them up what they are off the top of my head. Yeah. Or I don't know them off the top of my head. As soon as he gave him that gun, though, I was like, he's not doing this with good intentions.
That might have been it. Because I didn't know. I don't think I've ever seen that guy. Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But I guess that's kind of like the story outside the story. So, like, that's something that only the audience would know. Yeah. Based on, we've seen that guy before.
Yeah, that could be it.
Like the old guy from that one movie that the movie we watched, and that old man, and we thought he was the villain the whole time. I'm trying to think of the name of the movie.
We
Last
did it
Night in Soho.
Yeah.
Yes.
When we saw the old guy.
Terrence Stamp's character.
And we're just like, oh, he's the villain.
He's the bad
the
guy.
whole time. Like, oh, it's him.
You're
It's
100%
think.
right. Yes, you are absolutely correct.
He's so villainous.
He just didn't know how to talk to women.
He was so weird.
He was fucking it up.
Let's turn 180
Well, you know what
degrees
else?
without moving our body.
He also didn't know how to look both ways before he crossed the fucking street.
Nobody
Yes.
in that movie did.
Walked right into that cab.
God damn.
But this man has done a lot of TV. Everything I'm seeing is for
Is
TV.
one of them SVU?
Oh my god.
Not that I'm seeing on this list, but it could be.
But yeah, the big Randall gave gave Arthur the gun. He's like, bro, protect yourself. And he's like, I'm not supposed to have this. And he's like, don't worry about it.
And then
Just take the gun.
He
pay
turns
back later.
around and does like an insulting joke to a little person.
Oh,
Oh,
Gary.
yes. yes.
Gary is a gentleman who is probably 3 feet tall. He's a very short man. Very sweet man, though.
Yeah.
That actor has done a lot.
Gary is played by, I mentioned his name.
Lee something.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, no. Too many tabs. Lee Gill.
Yeah.
Lee Gill.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just makes the such a disrespectful joke to him. It's something about something that's normally small, but if Gary ordered it, would it be regular?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like it was so unnecessary. There's so much shit going wrong in this movie. There's so many people being mean to each other. It's like, do we also have to be ableist as well?
Which
Like,
Arthur does bring up.
We got to throw that in there too?
Yeah.
But you know that joke did numbers in somebody's frat house.
Yeah.
Like
Oh my
in
God.
Sigma Kappa Gamma.
Alpha.
They're chuckling.
Well, shit, not just that, but you guys, there were probably a bunch of dads in the theater where they're like, he's short.
Yeah. Sigma Alpha Omega.
I mean,
They're out there rolling at this joke.
Yeah. I mean, Gary is such a sweet man because he even says something to Arthur later that's like, oh, Arthur, I'm really sorry about blah, 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 blah. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. And the last time we see Gary, Arthur even says, hey, you're always really nice to me.
That
Let me get this shit off my face.
But do you want to go?
I don't even remember what I was about to say.
Oh, because I was like, but it also could have been like a way to be like a nudge and a wink to be like, hey, the guy who gave the gun, this is
A bad
yeah,
person.
he's not
Yeah.
particularly on the up and up.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
He removes all his goodwill immediately.
Right.
Like
Right.
right after doing that, then you get this, and you're like, okay, this guy's not actually a good.
Yeah, he's
No.
he's like, hey, Arthur, you're my boy. I want you to be safe. I'm gonna turn here and look at Gary and go, you want uppies?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not a good guy.
I got
No.
uppies for you right
Like-
here. Uppy cuts.
9 times out of 10, like, had this movie been made 10 years ago, it wouldn't have been Lee Gilson in there, but a black man, and they would have thrown a racist joke out there.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh damn! What's the dude that was in Bad Santa? I can't remember his name right now,
Oh,
and I feel
Bob
bad for
Thornton?
it.
Tony
Oh,
Cox.
Tony Cox.
Ronnie
Yeah.
Cox. No, Tony Cox. Ronnie Cox.
I
is
get
a
Ronnie
ve-
Cox mixed up with
Tony
him all the
Cox
time.
is a very tall white man. Ronnie Cox is. Tony Cox is a very short black man.
Yeah,
But always get their names mixed up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ronnie Cox was the villain in our previous episode, Total Recall.
Yes.
Cohagen. Those people need air.
Yep.
Go Hagen.
But yeah, nah, he probably would have hit him with
A hard N word.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
would have turned the movie off.
Or a
immediately.
hard F-bomb.
Yep.
So we're done with this movie.
Well, thank you, Randall. That's enough. Glenn, you knocked it out of the park. I hate you in this movie. So, Arthur goes home and
He gets in the elevator.
he checks his mail. There's a
Oh.
running thing in the movie where he's checking the mail too, and it's always empty. Never anything in that mailbox. But then he gets on the elevator,
Like the Grinch.
like the Grinch. There's a bunch of
Aw.
cobwebs in that box. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where we meet Zazie Beetz' character, who never gets a name in the movie. They never say her character's name, but
So I was
online
right.
her character's name is Sophie.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a moment with that one because I said something about her, and I think I asked about her name or something like that, and then Edda's just like,
She doesn't have one.
does she have a
Like,
name?
she's
And
never
I had to
named a
think.
name.
I had to think about it, and I was like, she doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't remember them ever saying it.
Nope.
They don't.
I don't think they did.
Which I believe was on purpose, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, she has a
Criminal
daughter. She has a cute little kid. They're on the elevator, and they're talking about how, like, oh, man, these elevators are shit.
Yeah.
Hey, but the elevators work.
Yeah, but the little kid is like, yeah, Mommy, don't these elevators suck? Aren't they terrible?
Yeah.
Huh, Mom? Don't these... And she's
Yeah.
like, yes, they're bad.
We hear you.
Yeah, and then she does the mime thing of, like, put your fingers to your head like a gun and be like, oh, my God, I'd blow my
Yeah.
brains out if I got to live here much longer. And...
Or listen to this kid much longer.
or listen to this kid much longer. And they get off the elevator, and they live on the same floor. And Arthur is walking away, and he turns back, and he goes, hey! And he does the same thing. Fingers to the head, and the blah, and he's a little bit more dramatic with it.
A lot more.
And she's kind of like,
Okay, yeah, bye.
thanks, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That was a few minutes too late.
Yeah.
Criminal underuse of Zazie Beetz.
Yes.
I love her. As an
I'm not
actress.
going to say that I love that woman for reasons.
Well, what happened?
Is it because your woman's sitting right next to you?
Yes.
Oh,
There we go.
Also,
but
I was like,
listeners,
did she appear in a dream to you as well?
Zazie Beetz was in Deadpool 2 as
Yeah.
Domino. If
She
you need
is
to
what
put
was-
a name to a face.
She was what was missing from, I think, Deadpool and Wolverine. Because there was never any mention of her or anything.
I know.
She's a great Domino. Like, the character Domino is so fun, and she was a really good Domino.
Yeah.
She was good in that movie.
Yeah.
I think she's good in this, what little screen time she has.
Yeah. She's great in
oh.
Atlanta.
that elevator scene, I think, illustrates a good point. Don't make suicide jokes.
No.
Don't do that.
Don't talk to your neighbors. If you live in a building like this, don't talk to your neighbors. Mind your business. Keep on going.
I am a firm believer in talking to your neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Get
fine
to
with
know
that.
your
Yeah,
neighbors.
I
But-
think you should talk to your neighbors.
No.
Just a little bit.
You need to, like,
No.
for example, I live in a neighborhood full of old people.
Yeah.
And I keep a little bit of a schedule in my head to know when they leave their houses. Not because I'm being creepy, but because they're old and I need to know if I need to go do a wellness check.
Aw.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
good. A
like
good neighbor.
yes.
the neighbors that live on either side of us now. Like, we got really lucky because the people that were in the house on one side of us moved out about a month after we moved in, so we were really nervous about getting new neighbors. But, like, everybody just kind of, like, we wave to each other and we keep to ourselves.
Yes.
Keep it moving.
Doesn't get too loud. Nobody complains too much. Like, it's a good situation.
Yeah.
See, I don't think our neighbors would complain about anything being too loud because as old as they all are,
They can't hear it.
they can't hear.
They are partially deaf.
It's great.
But
Yeah.
yeah, maybe don't make jokes like that because you never know who you're, especially if it's a complete stranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
You
You-
should keep
you
it
might
just
really offend somebody.
surface level.
Yeah.
She could have been like, man, these elevators are terrible. I gotta get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here.
The awkward scene was over because
So
that
awkward.
was a very awkward
It
scene.
was.
Yep. I think this is where the actual time we go in and we meet his mother is right after that.
Mm-hmm.
She calls him Happy, by the way.
Mhm.
His mother almost never calls him by his name, Arthur. because she says that when he was born, his whole thing was to make others in the world smile or be happy.
Yeah.
But we also missed the part where Gary tells Arthur that their boss Hoyt wants to see him in his office.
Oh, that's right.
And he's like, hey, they say you disappeared at this gig you were supposed to be at.
And you stole their sign.
You need to get that sign back, Arthur. He goes, well, you heard I was jumped. He's like,
Over a sign.
over a sign? I don't believe that, Arthur. Give him his sign back. He goes, and very calmly, he's like, why would I keep his sign?
Yeah.
And what makes it's not funny, but it gave me a chuckle. He's like, the man's going out of business. Why would you take his sign anyway?
Yeah, why the fuck would I
Yeah.
keep this yellow wooden sign that does nothing for me?
Right.
But also, it's bring back that laugh. When Randall makes that joke about Gary, Arthur does his laugh. But it's like that nervous laugh. It's something he doesn't
different
want to
from-
do.
Yeah.
But it's great because he's doing the laugh as he's walking away, and he turns the corner, and he gives that one last, like, ah! And then it just stops. It just goes away.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell it was not voluntary in any way, shape, or form. I think that was a really good performance from Phoenix in this movie
Yeah.
with that laugh.
Yeah. I did want to say there was something when we get that scene with him and his mom. They're watching the Murray Franklin show. That's the first introduction to Robert De Niro's character we get.
He's like a Jay Leno-esque
Yeah.
character.
He tells his mom he's going to be on that show one day as a comedian. And she goes, don't you have to be funny to be a comedian? I was like,
Yeah.
he's going to kill that woman.
Yeah.
It's that scene where he's giving her a bath.
Yeah.
And-
or
and-
something like that. Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like, well, I don't understand. Why would you be on? It's like, damn, just put your son down.
And it's one of those
Yeah.
things of like, you shouldn't insult the people who you fully depend on.
Right.
Yeah.
If like you have to live with him, he's taking care of you to the point where you can't bathe yourself, ma'am. Let's not insult that.
Right.
If he says he's going to be a stand-up comic, you better be like, yeah, baby.
I can't wait to watch
Whatever
Yeah.
you want.
anything other than, well, don't you have to be funny to be a comedian?
Yeah. Right.
She may
It's like,
have been.
damn, don't you need to be alive to have a bath, Mom?
Damn.
Maybe she was just being logical about it.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. She may have been being 100% genuine. Just like,
I think she was.
sweetheart, you are not funny in the slightest.
And like
No.
you said earlier, sometimes you need to hear the truth from people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it also plays into the fact that she's not all there.
True.
Yeah.
Which is because she calls him happy because she was a happy child and wanted to put smiles on people's faces. So that's what he wanted to do to be a comedian.
Yep.
Yeah.
So her going back and forth between that also shows
She's
she's
not
all there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Older people also just get this, like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't generalize. Some old people, hi Mom, think that they hit a certain age and they have a right to say whatever the fuck they want
Oh, yeah.
to people.
Oh, yeah.
And I gotta wonder if this is her.
The censorship just isn't there anymore.
right?
Yeah.
The
Right?
filter
That
has
filter,
fallen.
yeah. Erica took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah. They're
Just-
like, I'm too old to have to change, or I shouldn't censor myself anymore. I could just say whatever I want and everybody's got to deal with it. It's like,
Yep.
Or not. Or we could not do that.
Right.
Or we
Yeah.
could, be fucking chill for a second.
Right. We
Well-
also get his journal during that scene. A close-up of what he's writing.
Oh, is this where he writes the
The hardest part about having a mental illness is people expect you to behave as if you don't. And ow.
That's so
hurts.
true, though.
Yeah.
That's 100% true.
Yeah.
Is this also the same scene where we see the phrase, I hope my life makes more sense, or I hope my death made more sense than my life?
I think that's later.
Okay.
But I'm not 100%.
That was when his
Therapist was flipping through
opens
the
it.
journal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The therapist found that.
He
Yeah.
drew a smiley face inside the word don't.
But he also spells sense like money.
Like money,
Right.
yeah.
I think
Erica pointed that out to
it's
me.
a double entendre.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, in the sense of I guess insurance, you're getting more money through death,
Oh, yeah.
or in also sense because there's more meaning, I guess, in
Yeah,
his
no.
death than his
Yeah.
life.
It's
100%.
kind of like not to bring back to this movie I hate, It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I've never seen this film. Tell
Mr.
me about your favorite
Potter
Christmas
tells
movie.
him-
Mr. Potter, well, Mr. Bailey, you're worth more to me dead than you are alive.
Etta also likes that movie.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Annual watch.
Never seen it.
It's not a Christmas movie.
We
You
gotta
didn't
add
watch
it
it
to
this
the
year, did you?
I did.
If you're counting Die Hard as a Christmas movie, you gotta.
Here's the
count
difference,
it
though.
as
Die Hard
one.
takes place at Christmas. We are at a Christmas party.
Never.
It's a Wonderful Life. The last 20 minutes take place around Christmas time. The movie is not centered around Christmas. It is centered around George Bailey's life over the course of like 20 years. It's not a Christmas movie. I stand by that. I will die on that hill.
That's a hill
Me
you gonna
too.
Die,
And
on
And
alone,
die with
babe.
Die Hard
Yep.
then.
I'm dying on it with you, buddy. Also, that movie's bad.
No, it is not.
You want me to throw a lasso around the moon, Mary?
I
Oh,
want
come
to
on.
watch it one
Oh,
day.
Come on,
that's
come
actually
on.
pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is just a depressing movie like this
It's
one
sad.
is.
It's very sad.
It's not as sad as this one is.
It's not. That's
It's
true.
not.
That movie
What?
ends happily. This one, not so much.
No.
That movie doesn't end with bloody footprints. But so Arthur's doing all this with his mom. They're sitting in bed. Murray Franklin comes on, as one of us stated, and Arthur's sitting in bed, and this is where we get the first glimpse of how his reality works.
Yeah.
It's them watching Murray Franklin, and then suddenly it goes from like a TV screen to we are in the studio. Like it goes through the TV. And Murray is walking out to his opening monologue, and suddenly Arthur is in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very fluid the way they do this. And he like notices Arthur because of his laugh. And because Arthur also screams, "I love you, Murray." And Murray's like, turn the house lights up. Who said that? What's your name? And he's like, I'm Arthur Fleck. I live with my mother.
He's doing a voice.
He's doing a very not childish voice.
It's a little bit childish.
Would
I
you
think it's
describe
his.
it that way?
I think it's his
Yeah.
customer service voice because you actually do pick up.
Yeah.
You kind of pick up on it later when he's doing, like he's rehearsing
Yeah.
what he's gonna say in a
Yeah, because
In a later
it
picture.
immediately flips when
Yeah,
he's sitting
'cause
on
he-
that couch and he's practicing.
he flips. So
Yeah.
it's like his customer service voice just for people to be
More comfortable.
to understand what we're talking about. That
Yeah.
he was doing his customer service voice.
That's a great way to
basically.
describe it, Jeremy. That's a great way to describe it. So he's like, "Well, do you want the number 4 or the number 2, Murray?" But Murray is like, no, don't laugh at him for living with his mother. I lived with my mother, so I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And he brings Arthur down, and he's talking to him in front of the crowd, and then he's like, "Oh, well, we're gonna go to a commercial. We'll be right back." And he turns to Arthur, and he's like, "That was really great, man. That was spot on. I wish I had a kid like you." And blah blah.
Yeah.
And he's like. He says something about, I love you, Murray, and Murray hugs him, and then we snap back out of the TV again, and he's still sitting there on the bed with his mother, has not moved.
Yeah.
So we get that first idea of how his brain works.
You're
Yeah.
given you are shown two other problems that he has. I don't really know exactly what to call this one. Daddy issues.
Definitely.
And the other one, maladaptive daydreaming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where he just kind of like inserts himself
Yeah,
into...
where he
Yeah.
literally just boom, I'm now in this completely different scenario that I'm actually in.
It
But I can't
gives-
tell the difference.
And it could be because we watched this recently. It really gives Norman Bates. So I would also argue he has mommy issues too.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
no, definitely.
100%.
Like he gives strong Norman Bates vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at some point, he goes to a children's hospital.
Yeah, he's got a gig at a children's hospital, and he genuinely looks like he's enjoying himself.
He's doing a good show for these kids.
A
And
great
they're
show.
engaged. Like,
Although some of those kids do seem a little old for the bit that he's doing.
Well, they don't really got much else going on. It's 1981.
They're
They don't even have a Game Boy yet.
You're right.
yeah.
To be fair, they might not have much life left in them.
Oh
It's
my
like
god.
the only time in the movie where he looks genuinely happy.
Yeah. And he's dancing around for these kids, and they're doing this number.
If you're
And
happy and you know it.
if you're happy and you know it, drop your gun on the floor, because he's about to strap one of these kids up like Sprague from Mad Max.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this fucking revolver falls out of his pocket, and he's like trying to pick it up, but he's got his big clown shoes on,
Yeah.
and he kicks it across the
I
room.
thought he was going to kill somebody.
Oh my
Yes.
god! You imagine it just ends right there.
Yeah.
It's just boom. We're in a courtroom. This man brought a gun to a hospital and kicked it and shot a kid.
Did we miss the part where he accidentally shot that
Yeah,
hole
we
in
did.
the wall?
We
Oh,
did.
Okay,
'Cause that's, yeah.
I thought that was later, but
No, because it's
thought it was
after
later,
he
too.
meets Zazie Beetz, because I feel like that's who he's imagining himself talking to in that
well,
scene.
well, we haven't. I thought he met Zazie Beetz after he gets fired.
No, he meets her on the elevator.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Not meet Zazie Beetz. I'm sorry. Where she comes to the door. That was after he gets fired, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
But he's
But-
not fired yet.
I think
not,
he
he's not.
shoots the hole in the wall before the
Well,
children's hospital.
I think
Either
so, too,
either
yeah.
way,
Yeah,
he
I don't-
does. He's playing around with the gun. He's watching
Yeah.
Murray Franklin.
And he's dancing,
Yep,
talking
he's
to
doing
himself.
his
He's
dance.
And
like,
smoking,
oh,
I believe.
yeah.
Always smoking in every scene he's in, almost.
Yeah.
But he's playing with the gun and he shoots that hole in the wall, and then his mom he turns the TV up real fast, and his mom is like, "Happy, what was that? What's going on?" He goes, "I'm watching a war movie. Sorry."
But she also lives in Gotham City. She should be used to gunshots.
Right.
Not from the living
Not from
room.
that loud, though.
Okay, you're
Not
right.
that loud.
You're right.
So that was a
That
little
might indicate
loud.
a problem.
Oh man, that one sounded like it came from the living room. Usually they come from 12th Street.
Yeah.
But that does happen. But when he drops that gun in the hospital, when he picks it up, he like turns to one of the kids like, "Shh, hey, you didn't see that."
And one of the
Don't say
kids
anything."
pulls finger guns on him.
It's like,
Does he
see
really?
that?
No, I missed that.
That's Frog Jr. right there.
Oh my god!
Like, we saw that. I mean, literally, the kid's like pointing at him.
I'm gonna get you, Mr.
And
Clown.
he's just like, shh, you didn't see that. It's like, yeah, but all the nurses saw it.
Everybody around saw
Right.
it.
Everyone
Yeah.
saw it.
So, not to mention, you just go, oh, God.
So he
Wait,
no subtlety.
One question though: does his clown costume not have pockets?
And maybe
well,
really
it
big
clearly has
pockets.
pockets because that gun just flew out of one.
Or,
Or
It
that
fell,
or is
it
it
fell out of
his
his pants
asshole?
leg.
Okay, because I was sitting there, I thought he had it like tucked in, and that's
I
how
think
it was
he
able to
did have
fall.
it tucked
Yeah.
in. Because every time you see him with it, I think he just tucks it into the
It's in his
belt.
waistband. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he didn't have it in his
He
pocket.
should have just had it in his pockets.
He
would've
should have had it
been
back in his
fine.
fucking locker at work. He should
Yeah.
have had this loaded gun
exactly.
Or home.
or
he should
home
have left it sitting on the bench.
over on the bench.
Yeah, over on the bench.
Were you over on the bench?
Yeah.
Well, not the gun, apparently.
The gun was over on
Yeah.
the bench.
Yeah.
So he gets fired.
Rightfully so.
Over
Rightfully
the phone,
so.
and his
Yeah.
boss says, Randall told me he saw you with a gun that wasn't yours.
No, I thought he said
Something like that.
you asked him for a gun.
That was it.
You asked him for a 38.
Yep.
Was it Randall?
Yep.
Yes.
The
That's
boss-
what I wrote.
the-
He set him up.
The boss said Randall told me that you were asking him to buy a 38 from him last week. But also I believe
I missed that.
we also there was a scene where he's at the apartment and Zazie Beetz comes to the door.
Was it mail that was misdelivered or something?
I think maybe. But she comes to the door and she's like, "Oh, Arthur, you're so funny."
Yeah.
They
And he's
just
like-
start talking.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm trying to be a comic. You should come to the club sometime. She's like, yeah, I'll do that. And she walks away, and he's like, he closes the door, and he's really happy. Does not lock the door, which bothers me all
no
the time.
one locks their door in this movie.
Nope. And there's a prime point where she needs to lock her door, and she doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets then we go back to him being fired, and he's in the booth, and he breaks the damn telephone booth glass with his forehead,
Yeah.
and he's on the train,
Yep.
and he's got his bag with all of his stuff, and
Clown stuff.
yeah, he's still got the clown wig on, and these three obnoxious dude bros
Mm-hmm.
are drunk on the train, and they're harassing this lady.
Yeah.
Like, you want some fries? Hey, he's talking to you.
He's being nice to you, and
and-
you're not paying attention
Yeah.
to him. I'm like,
And
if
then
you're
start-
throwing French fries at somebody, you're not being nice to them.
Yeah, because they're hucking fries at this
Yeah.
random woman, and she looks at Arthur like, huh.
Please help.
Please help.
Yeah, and he has a laughing fit.
Yeah.
Can't help it. And this is what gets their attention on Arthur.
Yeah.
And one of the guys starts singing "Bring in the Clown."
Send in the clowns.
Not
Send in
before
the
the
clown.
lady bailed, though. Like,
Yeah,
she
she
took
took
that
off.
opportunity when he started laughing and they shifted their attention. She took that opportunity to bail. And I'm just like,
And
that
A
woman
new
was
victim, I
smart.
can leave.
At first, they laugh with him.
Uh-huh.
Like they're thinking, "Oh, he's supporting what we're doing."
Yep.
And then when he doesn't stop laughing, the one guy starts singing "Send in the Clowns" from A Little Night Music. It's a Broadway show.
Uh-huh.
And
He's cultured.
yeah,
Cultured.
he's cultured. Fucking
He's
asshole.
about to be cultured.
Yeah.
He's about to be humbled.
Yeah, and he goes and gets right in Arthur's face, and Arthur cannot stop laughing.
And they snatch his wig off his head. One of the
His
guys puts it
wig.
on. He stands up to like, give me that back. And then they just start beating the shit out of him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Arthur pulls a Bernard Getz here. And if you guys have never heard of Bernie Getz, he was a guy in the 1980s who claimed that 4 black teens assaulted him, and he shot all 4 of them. All 4 of them survived, but one became paralyzed and had brain damage. And Getz had to pay him $43 million in a
Ooh.
lawsuit. But this is very reminiscent of that.
It should be pointed out he also spent 8 years in prison.
Getz? No,
Yes.
he spent 8 months in prison.
Oh, sorry, 8 months.
He did 8 months out of a 12-year sentence.
Wow.
But
shooting
Arthur
4 people.
shooting 4 people who he claimed assaulted him.
Arthur initially was defending himself.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I believe that completely.
But when they started running away, that's one of the things I think they teach you in when you get your, obviously he didn't have one, but like when you get your concealed carry and everything, they tell you if somebody runs away, stop shooting at them.
I
Yeah.
think that's where stand your ground ends.
Don't shoot you if you
Yeah.
shoot someone in the back. That's not
Yeah,
really
exactly.
a self-defense.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's not
So-
defense for self-defense. But he shoots the first guy right in the head.
Mm-hmm.
The second guy he puts like 2 or 3 in his chest, and then the third guy is running away, as Abby just said, and he shoots him in the ass. And the guy's hiding in another train car, and when the train comes to a stop, he and Arthur are like in the doors. Arthur is basically like hunting him at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no reason you're not in danger anymore. This man is trying to get away from you, but Arthur is taking his anger out now,
Yeah.
and he chases the guy to the stairs and he shoots him like 2 or 3 more times in the back.
Yeah.
And at that point, now you are a murderer. You're not defending yourself anymore.
Well, he was a
Right.
murderer with the first 2.
Well, no, the first one, I'm gonna say he was defending himself.
Yeah. It would have been.
Not to paint this in a different light, but he was in control of the situation,
Yes.
Yes, no, absolutely.
which
Once-
he
once
has
he
not
shot-
been in control of his life for the longest time.
Right.
Yeah, he
Not
finally had some.
saying that murder is
No,
good.
no, you're absolutely right
But-
though. He had a moment of power.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
you're 100% right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he goes into this bathroom, and this is where we have another. Joaquin Phoenix does this really interesting like dance number throughout this whole movie.
Yeah.
It's like very fluid,
So.
almost like an interpretive dance, and he does it in this
Right.
this dingy little metro bathroom after he shoots these guys.
one of
It's
the
like having
things,
a moment of euphoria.
One of the things I thought of was it kind of like, especially in that scene, and really only in that scene and not any of the other ones, it kind of looked like he was doing Tai Chi, which they said he stayed at Arkham already.
Mhm.
He did a stint in Arkham. And they do like wellness programs at mental hospitals. So he may have taken a Tai Chi class
Maybe.
in a mental hospital, and maybe that's something he's like. But again, that's where it's like this movie goes, what is it, a mile wide and an inch deep? Like, we could have gotten some flashbacks or something where he's like trying to ground himself in some way.
Yeah.
Right.
But instead, he just,
They
it's,
lightly touch it and move on.
and they keep
Right.
going.
Well, it's also one of those things where it's like every time he does one of these numbers, there's music playing,
Yeah.
but this music is not diegetic. He is not hearing this music. It's all just for you, the audience.
Yeah.
So like the idea of him doing like almost like a Tai Chi-esque meditation kind of makes sense in that moment.
Right.
Of course, they never force feed, explain to you that is what's happening. I feel like that might be one of those things. It's just like you just have to pick up on this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This movie doesn't
hold your hand.
Yeah. I mean, this movie is not super deep as in was that real? Was that not real? There's one thing in this movie that makes me think, and Abby pointed out last night. It's like, so was that a real thing or is this all
I wasn't sure
Crazy.
it was real when the neighbor comes to the door.
Oh, when Zazie Beetz came to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't sure that was real.
See, for me, it was the photograph, which you pointed out yesterday, which we'll get to. But he immediately goes home, and I think it's where he just storms into Zazie Beetz' apartment and he starts making out with her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I blocked that
so,
scene out. What?
no.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
we
Yeah, he
get
did that.
Oh God.
this is when he
Well,
goes
he didn't
to the
actually do it.
comedy
Yeah.
club.
Well, the comedy club is after.
Oh, then I missed that.
Yeah, like he kills the 3 guys. He goes back to the building, and he goes right to her apartment, opens the door right up, and goes in and just kisses her.
Yep.
And like they embrace and everything.
Oh, that's
Yep.
not real.
And that's the end of that scene. Like
It just ends right there.
it just jumps to the
Oh,
next
yeah, I
scene
missed
after that.
part.
So
You and me both, man. And I'm kind of glad I missed it because I would have been like, oh no, thank you.
It's sad, but it like red flags went up in my head, especially when he just started carrying the gun, because I was like, I don't think he ever intended on shooting anyone. But because it was there and he had it, he did end up shooting somebody. And I think that the longer this movie goes, like, it was very much setting you up for the reveal that they do later.
Yeah. Well, now that Arthur has gone full-blown murderer, people saw a clown kill these 3 guys on the subway, and Thomas Wayne goes on TV and he condones it. He's like, look, these people are...
Condones or
Condemns.
condemns?
I'm sorry. Condemns it. I used the wrong word. He condemns it, and he's like, look, these were 3 outstanding young men that worked for Wayne Enterprises. I didn't know them personally, but they were good guys because they worked for me.
This is where we get the part about family.
Yes, and Arthur's watching this on the news, and Thomas Wayne basically is like, look, these people who claim to not have anything and they're targeting, good Wayne employees, they're clowns.
Yeah.
And this is where Arthur's kind of like, hey, say, hold on now.
Yeah.
I think this is an interesting interpretation of Thomas Wayne.
My dad said the same thing.
Yeah, he's not a good guy.
No, but I think it's probably more true to how he actually is. Like, this is, like, such a fun interpretation of Thomas. Because Thomas Wayne, the way we've always seen him, he's the stand-up guy who does not, stand for evil. And having this corrupt dickwad of a rich man who stands up for, like, whiny little rich boys be Thomas Wayne. I'm like, I kind of like it.
This
like,
is way more realistic.
It's like every other iteration we had was looking through
Bruce's eyes.
the lens of Bruce Wayne. And this one, we're getting the outside perspective. Because billionaires don't become billionaires in a vacuum.
Yeah.
They don't get it. You don't become a billionaire through pure
ethical means.
Philanthropy, right?
Yeah.
There is no ethical consumption in a capitalist environment.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, we know how he got his money. It wasn't just like fucking Tony Stark.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a war profiteer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Using the right. Okay.
Much like the guys from War Dogs.
Didn't
He was selling weapons
See?
to the government.
He literally selling he was selling weapons to, like, the bad guys.
Right.
When he got,
Wasn't
got.
Wayne Industries
Enterprises?
making yeah.
Probably, yeah. They had
Yeah,
a weapons R&D department.
Yeah.
But I mean, just to play back on the view of Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the Batman Begins interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce saw his father as this great man, and he always talked about how he was supposed to help the people of Gotham.
He wanted to make his dad proud.
He wanted to make his dad proud, but Thomas Wayne did all this talking about helping Gotham, but the city always was in a slump.
Yeah.
If he was actually trying, if you have all this money, you could make it happen. Regardless of when he was murdered. Everything leading up to that, he still could have helped.
Yeah, one of my favorite commentaries on Gotham is Bruce could help the city so much more if he, like, paid his actual tax, like, percentage. Like, if he
Yeah.
paid his taxes, Gotham would be like Metropolis, sorry.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or even in the latest Batman movie, the Waynes had this foundation set up to help. Was it specifically for orphans?
I think so. Yeah.
And all the corrupt officials of Gotham just stole all that money.
Stole all of that money was misappropriated badly
for decades.
But also, I think they have that. There's that in the comics as well. There's this foundation for orphans, and the orphans are actually being trained or like stolen to do something else, like used
Lord.
as like little child soldiers.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
Or they're turning them into parts for a train.
Yeah, like
Snowpiercer.
If you got to be an orphan,
Don't do it in Gotham.
either pull a Jason Todd, steal the wheels off the Batmobile in the hopes of being a Robin, or just hitchhike to like some other city. Cause
You will have better luck being an orphan in Derry, Maine, than you do in fucking Gotham City. Look, either I'm going to get turned into a criminal and Batman's going to break my limbs, or I'm going to be used for some kind of horrific experiment. I'm going to go up to Derry and get eaten by this clown. It's going to be quick.
But
Mind you.
I may just have 27 years, you know what?
Yeah, I'll be safe for 27 years.
You get lucky in
Yeah.
Derry, you know.
Yeah.
Gotham also
Stay
has a
away from
murderous clown.
drains.
It does, but that murderous clown works 24/7. The one in Derry works every 27 years.
But what also
I got almost a good 3 decades ahead of me. I'll
what
be all right.
makes Gotham even funnier is they seem to have like a no death penalty situation because some of these people need to be on death row. Like,
That's Batman goes into court. No. Don't kill him. I need a job.
yeah.
Just
Once
putting
he
him
breaks out, I got work to do.
I need a hobby because he don't need a job. He's rich.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's like, I
You're
got
right.
this hobby where I just beat the hell out of the criminally insane.
I can't beat that man. He's in a good mental state.
You need some therapy, my guy. I got you.
For real.
I'm licensed.
I'm gonna knock some therapy into you. But because of these cuts now, these 3 men are dead. Social services are being cut, and this is where Arthur is sitting there talking to his therapist.
Look at Arthur creating jobs though. 3 men are dead now. 3 jobs are opened up.
My man Arthur.
He's
So,
doing it.
the way-
He's doing it.
The way you weren't supposed to sympathize with the movie.
You're going down the wrong direction.
Yeah,
there.
no, what?
But he's talking to his therapist, and he's like, basically, for my whole life, I didn't think I existed. And she's telling him, Arthur, are you listening to me? We can't. This is the end of your session, and everything. And he says, and I think Abby mentioned this earlier, you have never listened to a single thing I said because I just told you I didn't think I existed, and you're asking me how I feel. And he's got a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, if you said that to your therapist, that should set off some major bells in your therapist's head.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I think he said that before she said, this is our last session.
I think you're right.
Because I don't know about this therapist life. And I know y'all said she kind of was a bad therapist, but I feel like she knew the end of this program was coming.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And
She was like, let me check out.
she stopped caring
Yeah.
about the job at some point.
I think that we look at therapy as being like every therapist is a great therapist, and that's not the case. And also, there's shitty people in every profession.
Yeah.
And also, because I've had friends get ghosted by their therapist,
Yikes.
which is insane.
Wow.
Right?
Holy shit.
Insane. But you do have to kind of, I don't want to say shop around, but you basically, if you feel like your therapist is not a good fit, you are within your rights to try and go find somebody else. But
Yeah.
he's not in that. This is very clearly
You get what
State
you
man-
get.
I think
mandated.
she's
It is state mandated, absolutely.
social worker situation.
I think
Because,
Yeah.
sorry.
I think also though like teaching, I think therapy you have to be to be a therapist, you have to go in it for the right reasons. To be a therapist, you need to you gotta do it whether you got funding or not.
I want to help this person.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
I have to help this person.
Like teachers, it's I want to teach.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those make the best teachers. Therapists that want to be there.
Well, yeah, no,
Yeah.
definitely. You have to have a passion for it, which, Abby, you have experience in that, both, basically that as well. You have to have a passion for this
Yeah.
because you
teaching
are
is not gonna
not
make you
getting
rich.
compensated
Yeah.
the way you need to.
No, I
You're-
tell my students all the time, I don't do this because it makes me money. I do this because I love it. Otherwise, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
I like putting kids in detention.
But no, I mean, the therapist does say, after that, she's like, they do not care about people like you, and they don't care about people like me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like she was jaded.
It should be pointed
Yeah.
out that this
Yeah.
movie's set in the 80s, and his therapist is a black woman.
Yes.
I'd be interested in seeing what the burnout rates are for therapy.
Yeah, as I
too.
say, she
Therapists.
probably doesn't have the support she needs as well.
Right.
Definitely doesn't.
Definitely
Yeah.
not.
So
In the 80s, no.
But I also think it's a different because you're facing the worst of the worst. With therapy,
Oh, yeah.
you're getting the worst type of people
That
sitting in. If you're doing state mandated therapy, those people need to be there. They got to be there, and they did something.
well,
Right.
that's
Right.
that's like what Etta said at the beginning of the episode. The therapist asked him, "How do you feel about having to be here?" He's not there by choice. He's there because he has to be there.
Yeah.
But
Because he stayed in Arkham.
and it seems like sometimes he wants to talk and sometimes he doesn't. And then when they get to the end, he's just like, "Can you up my medication?"
yeah,
So how much effort is he actually putting into getting better?
he
That's
thinks
fair.
he thinks the meds are going to fix him.
Right.
But she also tells him, you're not going to have this anymore. So he's without meds the rest of the
Yeah.
movie.
Right, exactly.
To which
and
he
it
does ask her.
shows, yeah.
He's like, how am I supposed to get my medication now?
Mhm.
Which
Later-
he was on 7 different medications?
Yep.
Yes.
I don't know if we mentioned
Yes.
that, but he was on 7 different.
Yeah. Later, he says that he stopped taking his medication.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a choice. And I don't know if he was just putting that on for the people he was talking to, or if he like still had access to his medications, but after he killed those 3 guys, maybe he just stopped.
I assume he just stopped taking it.
Yeah.
But we also have the bit of this conversation with the therapist of, he mentioned he felt like he didn't exist, but now people are starting to notice him
Yeah.
because the killings on the subway, people are talking about him. They don't necessarily know it's Arthur,
Right.
but Arthur is starting to feel seen.
And
I did this. They're talking about me on the news.
Which is
Yeah.
kind of like serial killer behavior, you
Little
know?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
The
And he's
part of the
also
movie you're
having-
not supposed to sympathize with.
yeah.
That's true.
He's also having those delusions or the daydreams
Mhm.
about Zazie Beetz and Murray Franklin.
He I think the next thing is he actually goes to the comedy club and Zazie Beetz is there.
Is she?
Yes.
We don't know.
On screen she is.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to go up on stage and do this comedy set, but that damn laugh, it kicks in again. He can't say anything. He's just laughing on stage. He can't get a single joke out. And the people in the audience at first are kind of laughing with him because they think it's part of the bit. But as it progresses, like, you don't hear anyone in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, they're not laughing. They're kind of just sitting there in silence. And
But in his head, he's putting on a great show.
because at the end of it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all sound goes away. All his sound goes away.
Yeah.
And we can hear the audience laughing and clapping, and he's just on stage, like, with his arms spread, like he's doing a great bit, and Zazie Beetz is in the crowd smiling at him.
And laughing. And the song Smile, I don't know if it's called Smile, but it's the Smile, though your heart is breaking. That one
Yeah.
starts playing, and that's when I was like, he's in a daydream again.
Yes, this is not
Yeah.
real.
It's the exact opposite of that Ms. Maisel first episode.
Yeah, you're right. Where she drunkenly walks into a comedy club and becomes super famous.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, over time, but yeah. She
Yeah.
I mean, she did great. She got arrested at the end of that set
Mm-hmm.
because she showed her tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That show was so good.
It's so good.
And now she's Lois Lane.
Yeah. A great Lois Lane.
She was a great Lois Lane. But Arthur, is this where his mother has the stroke and she goes to the hospital?
Yes, because this is where we find out. This is where she tells him about Thomas Wayne.
No, he opens
the letter.
Oh, you're right. He opened that letter. He put her to
That
bed.
was it.
He put her to bed, and she mentioned she wrote one of her letters that it needs to be mailed. And once he puts her to bed, he opens that letter. And in that letter, she's writing to Thomas Wayne about, your son needs your help.
Yeah.
Our son.
Yeah.
And
I wrote, Thomas Wayne is the baby daddy.
oh my God, he's Arthur Wayne. And he goes off. He's like, is this true? And she goes, yeah, I was a maid there 30 years ago. And, it just kind of happened between me and him.
We
And
were in
love.
love.
yeah.
30? How old is Arthur Fleck supposed to be?
Definitely at least 30.
I'd probably say in his 40s.
Okay.
But that's part of. I feel like that even plays into it. The fact that
The psychosis?
yeah,
Like,
'cause
what's real?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was it 30 years ago? Did that really happen? Is this where he goes to the
Wayne Manor.
Yeah, the Wayne's
Yeah.
house.
Because I even he goes to Wayne Manor and Bruce is on the other side of the fence.
And this Bruce Wayne has no type of
Stranger danger?
at all.
None.
It's like, damn, it's one of those situations like, it's 8 p.m. Do you know where your child is? Because apparently Bruce Wayne trying to get her and get kidnapped.
He starts doing magic tricks for him. We should trust every
There's also
stranger.
a gate in between him and
Yeah.
the guy.
Yeah, but that
that's
makes it
fair.
creepier because he just pops up at the gate to this mansion and this
Yeah.
boy's playing on the outskirts of the property
Yeah.
in his little clubhouse. The weirdest part, Arthur reaches his hands
And Bruce lets him.
through this gate.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
And he puts his fingers in this kid's mouth and forces him to smile.
So I think the way that the scene was playing out, when one was on one side of the bars and one was on the other, was supposed to be kind of like a parallel
Absolutely.
between the two characters. I think they had on the same colors too.
Like that
Slowly.
brown, beige.
Yeah, I think they were
color.
kind of wearing the exact
Yeah.
same,
Yeah.
like their coat. But both had the same color coat or whatever. So it was almost like a parallel.
Yeah.
And Alfred pops up.
Yeah.
Is that Alfred? Was
Yes.
that confirmed?
That
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
Alfred.
young Alfred.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
It was one of those like moments where you're sitting there and you're going, is Bruce the right age? Are we working towards what's gonna happen?
like as soon as I saw Bruce at that age, I was like, "Oh, we're near Crime Alley, then, huh?" Like,
is it gonna happen in this movie?
He looks like Crime Alley age.
yeah, I was like, he's a little old. We got to be like knocking on that death's door.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Thomas Wayne is still alive, so
Yeah.
Right.
it's just like it's coming.
I watched this movie with my dad, and this is where I found out that my dad thought that the Joker kills Bruce's parents.
Well, he does in Batman '89.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad didn't. I'm not sure he read the comics. He mostly watches the movies.
No, Batman '89, the movie.
the first Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, Jack
Oh,
Nicholson kills
okay.
Bruce's parents.
That, and then.
Because he's
my
got that great
dad would
line.
be that
It's
age.
like, "Do you ever
Yeah.
dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?"
Yeah.
And then there was another one at the beginning of that movie with the fake out family that you're supposed to think is the Waynes. They just get mugged.
Yeah.
The one guy who mugs them has a great line of, "Hey, do me a favor, don't scream."
Ah,
Yeah,
hate that.
yeah. As he steals the guy's wallet.
Yeah.
So Pennyworth is like, "Look, you need to get out of here. I don't know who you are, but leave." And he goes, "Look, my mother used to work here. Her name's Penny Fleck. She told me about her and Mr. Wayne." Alfred's like apparently heard this before because he's like, "Your mother was Penny Wayne or Penny Fleck."
Well, think she's probably done the same thing.
Right. But he's like, "Look, there's nothing to tell between your mother and Mr. Wayne."
He was like, "Leave before your feelings get hurt, sir."
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And Arthur grabs him through these bars, like very aggressively. He's like, "I'm here to see Mr. Wayne."
Very aggressive.
And he goes home, and I believe this is where his mother's had that stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Because the police came to see her and were asking her questions about the murders.
Yes, because they
Yeah.
were trying to reach Arthur.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they went to his business and found out he'd been fired for carrying a gun.
Yes, and they were talking about, well, why'd you have a gun? And he even
Right.
tried to tell Hoyt earlier, "It's for my act. It's a new thing in my act. It wasn't a real gun."
But for me, what makes it wild is we're throwing Batman characters in left and right? Why is one of these people not Gordon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah.
Maybe because of what happens at the end.
Well, that would have made him wanted to stop the crime even harder. He's like, "Remember that time I got mugged?" You know?
No, he didn't get mugged. He
No,
got
they got fucking
curb stomped by a
Oh.
bunch of fucking clowns.
Well, you
Down.
know,
Literally,
yeah.
literally.
I think we could have made it work.
The cops, by the way, played by Shea Wiggum and
Officer Wiggum.
Officer Wiggum. Oh gosh, what was the other guy's name? I can't find him. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. Chatter.
I
Talking.
think it should be mentioned that Arthur took off running when he left from Wayne Manor. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Uh-huh.
He took off running one of the many times when he's just taking off
Booking
running in
Booking
this
it.
movie.
Yeah.
Freaking
The running
hauling
man.
ass. Detective Burke and Detective Garrity. Garrity is played by Bill Camp. But when he gets home, the paramedics are there. They got his mom on a stretcher. They're loading her into an ambulance. When they get to the ambulance, the cops approach Arthur. He's sitting outside smoking, and they're like, "Look, we found your card. The thing about the uncontrollable laughter. Is that real or is that a bit? Like what is it? We don't understand. It's 1980s.
Right?
Yeah.
Mental problems."
Those don't exist. They're not real.
Right. And Arthur's like, "What the hell do you think?" And he turns and he walks right into a fucking glass window.
And he's like trying to wave the sensor. It's bad. And they're like,
it's a little humiliating.
they're like, "It's an exit only."
Yeah.
Is this when it cuts to him at the state facility at Arkham and he gets the
The records.
No,
No, because I thought
We
first
got a
we
scene
see
of
that
him.
clip of.
he's
Him-
lying in bed.
Well, I thought it was the clip of Murray playing his stand-up
That's
bit.
this scene. So
I thought he
he's
saw it
la-
in the hospital.
No.
No, he's laying in. Oh wait, Yes.
Yeah.
He sees himself, a clip of his stand-up, his very bad stand-up, on
see
the
how
Murray
bad
Franklin
it is?
show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Murray is making fun of him on his show, and this is the first time he calls him this Joker right here.
Yeah, and he becomes Mike Wazowski because all he sees is that he's on TV.
Yes, and he's just
Oh my
transfixed
God.
on the television,
No,
Exactly.
He realizes, I think, during that scene though, that he was,
being mocked.
he was mocking him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then we get the scene where he's... Yeah, you're right, because
Yep.
he's
His-
laying in bed, and that's when I wrote down, I was like, this is like Requiem for a Dream. Like, this has just become very, very sad.
Yep.
And they call him.
Yep.
The Murray Franklin show calls him.
That's such a weird scene.
I thought it was a delusion.
Because it could be, but he's standing in
No, it
front of
wasn't.
he's standing in front of the fridge, and he just starts pulling everything out of the refrigerator.
Oh, God.
And
And
gets in.
and
Yeah.
he climbs
Oh,
into the
yeah.
fridge, and that's when the phone rings, and it's the Murray Franklin show.
Yeah. Thought that
And-
he was
Well, no,
gonna-
that's later. Because he was laying in bed when he answered the call for the Murray Franklin show.
He
No,
does the
he was
fridge
in the
thing
fridge.
first.
He was in the fridge.
No, I think he's right. I think he was in bed when he got the call.
Yeah, because he definitely got out of the
The
bed because
phone-
his hand was in his underwear when he was in the bed, and I was just like, "What was he doing in there?"
Well,
because I swear it was it was the
fantasizing
part
about
where-
Sophie.
Oh, he was definitely doing some of
definitely. I
that
don't blame him.
maladaptive daydreaming.
But it was
But I was just reminded that he sees protesters dressed as clowns on the TV, and then he imagines himself out there with the protesters, and he's laughing.
But that's the only reason I remember that scene is because his hand was in his underwear.
okay. No, you're right. That was such a smooth edit. I just thought it was the same scene.
Yeah. No, I mean, I thought he was going to come out of the fridge, and then I was like, why? What?
Yeah.
We also missed the part where he confronts Thomas Wayne.
Well, that's what I was about to get to.
Yeah.
He sees something about Thomas Wayne is going to be at some charity event, and it's surrounded by protesters who are wearing the clown mask.
Oh, so he wasn't imagining himself there. He was actually was there.
Yeah, he actually went there, and he does a very Hitman-esque thing here where he goes around the side of the building because there's all the protesters out front, and he's like, well, here's a little door no one's keeping an eye on. Let me just slide in here. And he puts on a usher outfit, and he's standing there in the main walkway in the theater watching the show, and he's just vibing with whatever's playing on the screen. And he notices Thomas Wayne in a booth over on the side.
To which I see this scene, and like I'm like, what in the John Wilkes booth is this? Because I was like,
Right?
oh, he's sure about to shoot him.
Better shoot
Could
him.
have.
Yeah, right,
Better
right.
shoot him with some hard questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, see, at this point, he still thinks that might be his dad.
Yes, he believes what his mother is telling him, or what her note is saying, and he follows him into the bathroom, and he goes, "Hey, my mom is Penny Fleck," and he goes, "Oh, so you're the guy that showed up to my house the other day."
Mm-hmm.
You guys, look, your mother's crazy,
And she is.
and she is. Nothing ever happened between me and your mom, and Arthur's like refusing to believe it, and he's like, "Look, you're my dad. Why can't people just be nice?"
Yeah. He spends so much of this movie, like, saying people aren't decent anymore. He pulls a cornbread. It's like, we should just be kind to one another.
Yeah, nah.
Love,
We should be
fellowship.
kind to one another.
And what is it we should be doing?
What is it
Being
we should be
polite.
We're out here telling ghost stories.
Yeah, this is Gotham, son. We don't do that nice stuff around here.
Telling clown stories in Gotham. Don't invite your clown into your house, kids. They'll paint your face and then you're a clown.
Also, Thomas is a dick because he's just like, do you want an autograph?
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
He
And-
is
But Arthur is
terrible.
even like, look, I don't want anything from you
Yeah.
except for maybe, some kindness.
Yeah.
And he punches Arthur in the fucking nose.
Yeah.
To
I
be
mean-
fair, if some man came to my house, put his hands on my kids,
Yep.
yeah, I'm knocking the hell out of you.
That's,
Yeah.
yes.
100% with you on that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Because the last thing he says to him is, don't come to my house again or something. Or keep
Yeah,
your
stay away from my
You
kid.
Yeah.
Put your hands on my kid again. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind you, he would have got way worse than that if that was me.
Right?
I was like,
Yeah.
you were at my house? Oh,
You're
I'd
the
have
guy who
already
There's no
socked
You
him.
put your fingers in
conversation.
my kid's mouth?
Yeah.
Boom.
I'd have socked him
Like,
right off the bat.
yep.
Laid him out on that bathroom floor.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was you.
If anything,
Smash on
Thomas
the
Wayne
ground.
was too nice in this
Yeah,
situation.
he kind of
Yeah.
was.
That was the kindness.
In that situation, that's the one time I agree with Thomas Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the next scene is the fridge scene that we already talked about.
Yeah, but to go back to what Etta was just saying about how
Yep.
he was being a dick when he was like, "Well, you want an autograph?" Don't. it's kind of funny that I'm saying this, but if somebody is in the bathroom using the bathroom, don't walk up on them and start talking to them.
No, that's weird.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Don't talk to me in the bathroom. If
Yeah,
I don't
so
know
that's-
you. You don't know me.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
I'm gonna tell you,
Uh-uh.
I don't like using the bathroom if Erica is in there. The bathroom is something I've done 90% of my life with no one else in the room.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I don't want anyone talking to me in the bathroom either, even Erica.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
talk
live
to him
with
in
her.
the bathroom all the damn time.
Now, mind you, there are some people who have locker room mentality
Mm-hmm.
because of how many locker rooms they've been in. So
Yeah.
when they go into a bathroom / locker room, it's almost like a social setting. You just talking to some other dude like, hey man, what's up? You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Some people do have that, but then other people are just like, do not speak to me when I'm in the bathroom.
I'm
Yeah.
those people.
This
Don't talk
is
to
this
me.
is a private thing.
If I,
I don't go into locker rooms.
Have you ever done the drunk girl thing at a club?
When I'm drunk.
Yeah.
That's
I feel like
only
that's the only
I
time.
am the chattiest person when I'm drunk in a club bathroom. But like, yes, I will talk to you. We'll have conversation. I will make best friends with you, and then I'm leaving.
not to
And then we'll never see each other again.
Yeah.
not to completely change the subject about talking to someone in the bathroom. Erica one time we were at a Mexican restaurant
Oh no.
Oh no.
and
This is honestly
Erica-
commentary on me not knowing my left from my right.
Erica got good and drunk and went into the bathroom and came back to the table.
Wait. We got to set up the story. We're in our favorite Mexican restaurant. This is the first time we went there, so I didn't know where the bathroom was. So I
Right.
asked the waiter. I was like, ma'am, where's your restroom? And she's like, the ladies' restroom. It's on the left. And I said, okay, great. Thank you. And then you can tell the story.
And while Erica is in this bathroom drunk,
I am drunk.
she told me that when she came out, she was like, I went in the wrong bathroom. And I was in there, and I used the stall, and I was washing my hands, and I was like, why are there urinals in the ladies' room?
And like my first time, like while I'm in the bathroom too, I remember thinking, I was like, wow, this is a very inclusive bathroom to have urinals in the ladies' restroom. I was like, look at them looking out. And then like I go out and I look across the hall and then I see men's room. And I'm like, oh. Yeah.
Yeah, it was even weirder to explain why she shit in that urinal. But Arthur, in this bathroom, gets his fucking nose caved in,
Mm-hmm.
and then he goes home and he crawls into the refrigerator.
He like there's a really good scene of him like he's standing over the sink and you got this like gorgeous marble bathroom and his blood is dripping over the edge of the sink
In
and then
the bathroom where he got punched.
Yeah, and
not
then
their
it-
home bathroom.
No, and then it cuts to he's in the same position over the fridge and that's when he starts taking stuff out.
Just pulls everything out of that fridge and crawls right in.
Yep.
And then we get to the scene.
And that's back when a
Afterward.
refrigerator could kill you.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they can't do that now.
No, they can't lock.
Because too many kids died in those refrigerators.
Yeah, survival of the fittest.
Oh my god.
So it goes to the scene where he gets the phone call the next day, as Jeremy pointed out, and it's the Murray Franklin show. Wanting to invite him on because they saw his clip, and they're getting a lot of traction about it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't say if it's good traction. They just say we've been getting a lot of calls about this guy, so we want to get him on the show and we want to talk to him. Oh, also in that bathroom scene, due to Thomas Wayne telling him like your mother is sick, she needed help. You probably need help too. Esque situation or esque conversation. I believe that's where Arthur goes to Arkham.
Was it Thomas Wayne or Alfred that said he was adopted?
It was
I
Thomas.
think it was Thomas.
Thomas
Yeah,
mentioned
that's
he was adopted in that
Yep.
bathroom. He's like, I'm not adopted. Why are you saying such awful things?
Yeah, that was it.
Yep. So he goes to the Arkham Hospital, and this is where we see Brian Tyree Henry in his small cameo as this clerk,
Mm-hmm.
and he
This
pulls
poor
out.
guy.
Right?
Yeah,
He's a guy who definitely was doing his job right.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, look, man, you gave me this name and this file from like 30 years ago. Sorry, it took me a while to find it. I had to dig through a lot of stuff. And he's reading through the file, and it's like patient Penny Fleck. And he
Abused her child.
abused her child, and then all these other
She
these
did.
other things. The boyfriend did,
The boyfriend did, and
but she just let it happen.
she was so because she was also getting abused. She was checked out. It didn't dive too deep into what
Another thing where they just touch on it and leave.
it. Yeah, it didn't. Well, and for this, I don't think it needed to go into too many details. It didn't say how he was abused, but like we could imply some things.
Well, they did mention one specific thing.
Where he was chained to that
He was
radiator.
chained to the
Yeah,
radiator.
chained to the
Yeah,
radiator.
but it mentions briefly in this moment some heinous things in his mother's file,
Yeah.
and
then he's just looking
There were
up and
news
he's like, "This is your mother." And then Arthur's just like, "How does somebody end up here?"
Yep.
Like just having the cover, like just a
yeah,
Yeah.
small
just so
talk.
casual.
Yeah, just like, do they need help?
And then
I might need help. And the guy's just like,
Uh-oh.
yeah, so.
There were news articles in there
Yeah.
Yeah.
about
Yep.
how bad, and it's real bad if it ends up on the news.
Right?
And
And
the-
then oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say the guy's like, look, I can't give you this unless I
Mhm.
have someone's
Like,
approval.
your mom has to come here and take these.
But then
Right.
also, didn't he like admit to killing somebody to him?
He said something about, oh man, I did something crazy recently.
That was
Yeah.
It's
it.
been getting some attention, and he's like, excuse me.
Yeah, he didn't fully divulge what it was, but he's like, I did something real bad. I think did he say I fucked up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
something like that.
And he was like, I thought it would bother me, but I'm really
Yeah, it didn't.
yeah.
It
I'm
didn't.
okay now.
Doesn't bother me at all. I'm actually
Yeah,
great.
and Brian is like, come again? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Double uh-oh.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, I can't give you these. I'm
He does
sorry,
this-
dog.
Not only did you admit to doing something heinous, but
Yeah.
also you're the person in this file that mentions it being abused.
Right?
Yeah.
Whoops.
He read
Yeah.
the room fully incorrectly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
this
he
guy was on point. The only thing
Yeah.
he did not have a good grip
A good
strength
strong
on this
grip.
fucking folder.
because
Because
he
Arthur-
snatch and grabs.
And then
books it.
that
Again,
man.
runs.
The running man.
And then he's hiding in this stairwell. He's like,
And what is crazy is you're in the mental institution, orderlies left and right. No one's tackling you.
Did he
see
go
a guy-
into a bathroom at one point? Because I thought he was in a bathroom stall. Maybe he was in the stairwell.
He was in the
No,
stairwell.
I remember
just
the
in
stairwell.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's in the stairwell reading the file.
And he's reading
Yeah.
this awful stuff that
And then
happened
he
in this
starts
We get
file.
laughing.
flashbacks.
And I'm like, how has nobody came and got him yet?
Yeah.
But he also has another, I don't know if this is necessarily the same kind of break with reality, but it shows one flashback we get in this movie of Penny, 30 years younger, being interviewed by a doctor in the same hospital
Yeah.
about, well, your boyfriend had your son chained to a radiator
Right.
for days. And she was like, well, I never heard him cry.
He was
I-
always so happy.
Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck? Arthur's
Probably, yeah.
life.
She looks checked out. Like she's drugged up.
Yes.
She's
But it's
she's
kind of how
gone
she
in a
looks.
fugue-
It's kind of how she looks through most of the movie. Most of her scenes,
That's
she's
true.
like that.
Mhm.
She's like in a fugue state.
Yeah.
She's out of touch with reality, and she's still claiming in the mental hospital that it's Thomas's kid.
Yes.
That he had the adoption fabricated.
Yes.
Mhm.
But it also says something about in there that she adopted this baby who was abandoned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
'cause
it's
it
like-
does say abandoned.
This woman should not have been given a kid.
No.
She needed so much help. And if she had gotten that help, Arthur probably wouldn't have gotten in the situation he was in.
But again, because of something that happens at the end, we're still left questioning whether or not
It was real.
it was real.
Or if it was in his
Yeah.
head.
Well, no, not just real or in his head, but whether he was adopted or if Thomas Wade actually did fabricate everything.
Yes. Because there's that one thing you pointed out,
Mhm.
which I can't wait till we get to.
I would
Yeah.
say that it probably, because Thomas Wayne does have the money to
Mhm.
fabricate, I don't think he would fabricate the adoption situation. Just because it wouldn't make sense. Why would he?
In what sense? How do you mean?
Like, why would he fabricate these adoption papers? When
No.
he could just be like, that's not my kid, she's lying.
Well, I guess if there's
Why would you put
fabricated-
in the extra work to
If-
make it seem like
if
she
there's-
adopted
If
it?
there's fabricated adoption papers, that still further it moves himself away from the situation.
Mm.
Yeah, because
There's no birth certificate.
it's easy for somebody to go to a news outlet and say, hey, this really famous person is the father of my kid, and any news crew worth their salt, any journalist would go looking and find adoption records and go, boom, story disproven.
fully lying.
She didn't have this child with Thomas Wayne. Look, she adopted him.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming they didn't have blood tests at this time.
They
Also,
50-50.
Bruce
Back in
would
the
have
day,
taken
they only
care
could
of
test
that.
if it was like
Yeah.
A positive.
Bruce
B
would have been
positive.
like, "Oh, I got some Joker's blood. Let me fix this real quick."
Also, I feel like if this was like if that did happen and there was a risk that she was going to come out and say something, he probably would have paid her off at that time.
I think if honestly Thomas Wayne would have went through the hurdles to be like, that's not my kid, kill that kid.
Possibly
Pull
that.
a pull Trump. Like, throw that kid to Lake Michigan. Like,
But yeah, I feel like he probably would have paid her off and been like, you can never speak of this.
yeah, I think if it was actually, like, I don't think that's his kid. I fully believe.
And maybe she did, because she did say I signed some papers.
She did
Yeah.
say, I
Yeah.
signed
She
some papers.
She
Mhm.
signed-
And
yeah.
those papers were probably the adoption
They were
papers.
adoption papers. But yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I signed some papers. And so yeah, there's they leave a lot of ambiguity with
Yeah.
that,
Right.
which I think that's obviously intentional.
Mhm.
They
Right.
leave that ambiguity in there so that you're questioning a lot with this movie.
And
Yeah.
I think it lends itself to, like, you can look at it through a lot of different lenses. Like, some people are going to watch this and go, oh, he's a product of his environment. Some people are going to watch it and
Nature
go,
versus nature.
he's absolutely insane, and, like, that's why this happened. Some people are going to look at it and say, oh yeah, he was definitely adopted, and they're both delusional.
Do you
But
think?
mental illness runs in families.
Mhm.
So
Sure.
if I personally, I'm thinking that the adoption papers were falsified and that he is actually Thomas Wayne's kid.
Okay.
I think she was mentally ill before, and he fucked around and found out and had to cover his ass. And she already having
But I think if you can forge those adoption papers, you can also disappear a child. And I think it would have been easier to disappear the child.
yeah, but who's gonna?
Well,
don't
I
know.
mean,
but we
they-
had to have some sort of thing
what they had to
to
do
set up the
was
Joker.
get a basket,
Push him down the river.
Moses
wheel that basket
Oh.
over a bridge, throw him over the bridge in the basket. Boom, he's raised by penguins. It's not your problem anymore.
Right?
Hey,
It
penguin-
worked.
This is now a penguin origin story.
Oh.
It worked for Pee Wee Herman. It can work for this guy. But
I feel like it's also possible that she just did not know whose father that kid was.
That could be.
Because I doubt Thomas was the
Yeah.
only person. If she was,
She was probably, not to say she was loose, but she was probably messing around with a couple people.
yeah, I feel like she was.
yeah.
Also, Thomas's taste terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
I-
think that kid's his, and I don't think that kid's
No.
hers. I think he probably also has some mental issues, like that came from whatever circumstances he had before. But I think also the environment pushed his his mental issues further.
He was
Right.
chained to a radiator and he was
Yeah.
physically and sexually abused by this guy
Yeah.
while his mother just sat there and did nothing to help him. Yes, that definitely exacerbated his condition.
Yeah.
She was also abused.
She
Yeah.
was
I
also
don't-
abused,
I'm
yes.
not saying that,
which
like,
made her conditions way fucking worse.
Right.
And your brain will try to hide trauma by making shit up.
right.
So,
Like
I mean,
She starts, like, he develops this neurological condition where he's laughing, and she's like, yeah, he was always a happy kid. He was always laughing.
right? And she's trying to cover up this, like, abusive relationship. Well, remember when I had that great relationship with Thomas Wayne? And her brain just kind of hung on to that. But throughout this movie, we get these scenes of Arthur with Sophie, Zazie Beetz' character. They're at that comedy club. They leave the comedy club together. They're walking down the street.
They go on a date.
They go on a date. They go have dinner somewhere. She's at the hospital when his mother's in the hospital.
I thought that happened earlier.
You're right. So these are all things that shows the two of them together.
Oh, yeah.
And
But also while you're watching it, you're like, oh, why would she be there?
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
this seems like, why would she develop this relationship with this dude?
right.
Mhm.
And then after he reads that file, we revisit those same exact moments and we see them from what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
When she came to the door early on, she was never really there. When he was at the comedy club, she was never really there.
Mm-hmm.
When he barged into her apartment and kissed her, that never really happened. When he was at the hospital with his mother, he was alone.
Mm-hmm.
And
This is when he goes in and breaks into her apartment.
this is where he walks home in the rain looking like a wet dog.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks into her apartment and sits on the couch, and she comes out from the back room putting her kid to bed, and she has the appropriate reaction of, holy shit, there's someone in my apartment.
Right.
Because I didn't lock my fucking door.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my god, I think you're in the wrong apartment. You're Arthur, right? And this is where you, the viewer, get the smack in the face of, oh, that was all in his head.
Yeah.
Did we talk about how he followed her to work?
No.
We forgot about that,
No,
yeah.
because that's actually how she starts the conversation when she first comes to his door.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he follows her to work. He follows her to dropping her kid off at school too.
Mhm.
Oh, now I remember that scene.
Yeah, because she says the line about you follow me to work. She's like, I kind of was hoping you were gonna rob the place. I can get a day off.
And he's like,
Yeah.
I have a gun. I can go rob it now or rob it tomorrow.
Yeah, and she's like, you're funny, Arthur.
Yep.
And he's like, you don't know his name.
Yeah.
But so all that never happened. But when he's sitting there on the couch in her apartment, he turns and looks at her, and he does the finger gun against the head thing again. And this time she's like, oh fuck, I taught him that.
Mm-hmm.
He learned from watching me. And I think this is the last time we don't see her again in the movie.
No.
He presumably just leaves and doesn't kill this family.
Yeah, because she's
Or
like,
he kills them. We don't know.
We don't
That
know.
is
true.
Schrodinger's family.
Oh my god.
This unnamed woman.
Yeah. I believe the next thing is where
He visits his mom.
yes. And he's sitting in the hospital, and she's had a stroke, so she's very much out of it.
Mhm.
And he goes, I always thought,
Was she intubated?
No.
Okay.
but he's also smoking again in the hospital, just
Mhm.
full on smoking. He throws a cigarette on the floor and puts it out with his foot.
Why is she? I think she's on like some sort of breathing tube though.
She might be.
Mm.
Yeah.
And he's like, I always thought my life was a tragedy. And as he's saying this, he's going up to his mother, and he pulls a pillow out from under her head, and he says, but now I realize it's a comedy, and he smothers his mother to death.
I'm not
Matricide.
saying he's right, but I'm not saying he's not wrong in this situation either. Because you know what? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, I feel so bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel bad for the mom, because she obviously did not get the help she needed, and that led to him getting horrifically abused.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like you just said, I'm like, I kind of get it. As
Mhm.
bad as that sounds,
Yeah.
I kind of get it. He's mad, and he's finally, I think it plays back in that thing earlier. He's finally feeling some control in his life. And he's like, look, she's part of the reason I'm so fucked up. I'm going to take it out on her.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he does.
Yeah. I mean, she did let an abuser into the house.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
fair.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And then ignored that it happened and didn't
Mm-hmm.
help him.
did
That's right.
she get what she deserved? I don't know.
No, I mean, yes and no.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, I kind of feel bad for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, most definitely.
But also, at the end of the day, she kind of had it coming.
It was coming.
Yeah. But again, she needed more help than Arthur.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I think she needed an equal amount of help as Arthur
Yeah. They need help.
together.
Yeah.
Not from
Separately,
Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
And again, it's a cycle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the system fails the parents' generation, so then it's going to fail his generation because the parents are still fucked up and they're messing up their kids. And
Yep. So,
we wouldn't know anything about that.
Not me. I'm great. So well adjusted.
both my parents have been in mental hospitals. And one of my siblings. So, it's coming for me eventually.
No, it's here, baby.
Oh my god.
They're trying to take me to Arkham.
Alrighty.
Why'd I get this
So
this weird
he
long sleeve jacket on?
took his mom's life, and then
They look pretty comfortable.
what did he do after that?
He goes back to his apartment
he's
to
getting
watch
ready.
Murray Franklin.
He's practicing for the Murray Franklin show.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And
He's
he's-
mirroring.
And this is this movie, we haven't mentioned it yet, but this movie has strong influences from two Robert De Niro films, The King of Comedy and Taxi Driver, where he fantasizes about being a talk show host, and in one he fantasizing about being some kind of vigilante.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Bickle, by the way. And like Abby just said, he's practicing on how to enter on the Murray Franklin show.
Mhm.
He's watching a recording, and he's mimicking it. Same
Yeah.
movement, same inflection, and this is where we see what he plans to do on the Murray Franklin show.
Which, to go back to him mirroring the situation, that is... And it could be because, I'm slightly autistic. That is something I would do and have done. Practice what to do in certain settings and situations. Like, before I do anything, I always watch, how is this done? Let me get my steps, get my orders ready before I go do it.
Oh no, it wasn't a bad rehearsal
Yeah.
at all.
No.
It was
No.
pretty,
I was
he did a
like, but
great
I think
rehearsal.
it's like one of those things where it's supposed to be like, this is part of his, psychosis, his craziness. And I'm like, no, this is completely normal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
normal.
But he's on the couch, and it's like, hey, Murray, how you doing? He's like pretending to shake people's hands.
I think this is the most normal he's acted the entire film.
Right.
It might be.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, Murray, you wanna hear a joke?" And he's like, "Well, knock knock." And he pulls the gun out and he puts it to his chin and he pulls the trigger. He's going to commit suicide live on TV.
Yeah.
And it's fucking bleak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it cuts to the next day where he's actually getting ready for the show.
Yeah.
And he's got his white face paint on.
His tidy, not whiteies.
Not
tidy whiteies.
Did we miss the part where he dyed his hair and he's dancing?
That's the scene.
That's the
Okay.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's putting the green dye in his hair, and then he gets a knock at the door, and it is Randall and Gary. And this might be one of my favorite scenes in the movie because it's so sudden.
He did put on pants before,
He does.
and he finished his makeup. He's licking that brush.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the scene.
Yeah.
I thought that was earlier. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
Like
right.
I watched him
brush.
lick the brush. I was like, ooh, maybe
We licking
1980 paint. Yeah, I was
That's
like,
that good paint.
He's got that lead paint. It's not helping him.
Quality.
But they come in, and Gary is like, Arthur, we're really sorry to hear about your mom. And Randall has some snide comment again to Gary about being short. And
Because of the questioning. They're like he said, the police came around. They were questioning everybody at the joint because that we all clowns or whatever the case is. So
Yeah.
he's questioning everybody, and then Gary's like, they ain't questioning me, and he's like, that's because the suspect was a normal sized person, Gary.
yes, yes.
I mean, in Randall's point, yeah.
So he had a
Yeah.
point, but he was mean with it.
There's other ways to say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He had a point, but he was mean with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they brought. They
Alcohol.
heard that his mom died. They brought liquor of some variety. It was in a brown bag.
The good stuff.
It's like, this man's got problems, and you think that maybe getting him drunk
Well,
when he might be a murderer.
And you're also the one who got him fired?
yeah,
and you gave him the gun.
yeah.
That he might still
And
have.
he knows it because when he went to clear out his locker, he called Randall out in front of everybody.
We totally missed that part.
Yeah.
Yes.
He said, I still haven't paid you back for that. And that's when he punched the time clock off the
yeah.
wall.
Yeah, because he says, I forgot to punch out.
Because
And
that's when he got fired, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that was when he was clearing
And
out
you're
his
totally
stuff.
right. And Randall got mad because he called. He
Yeah.
Oh man, I forgot about that scene.
Mm-hmm.
But in the scene of them coming to the house, it's like, well, you gave him the gun.
Mm-hmm.
You lied about the reason for the gun. Helped get him fired.
Mm-hmm.
Know his mom is there. Why the fuck would you want to be near him? And his mother just died.
Yeah.
So this guy's not in the right mindset. And he's like, I'm just trying to look out for you, make sure you didn't tell the cops anything about that gun I gave you, and
Yeah.
you're my boy and all.
You're my
Again,
boy, Blue.
he says that again. You're my boy, Blue.
Did we mention the fact that when he lets them in, he closes the door and locks it?
He locks the door.
And specifically, he locks the chain at the very top.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And he pulls this knife out of his pocket.
No, some scissors.
The scissors.
Yeah, scissors.
Oh, I'm sorry, scissors. He pulls these scissors out of his pocket, and as Randall is talking, he's like, "Oh yeah, and he stabs him in the eye.
Yeah.
Neck first.
Oh, it was neck
and
first.
then the
Neck
eye.
first.
Then the eye,
Then eye.
and just spraying with blood, and then he gets him on the floor, and he just bashes Randall's head against the wall.
Gary is screaming. He's like, "Why are you?
Awful,
Why?
why?
Why, Arthur?"
And it's a really good contrast with the white face paint now splattered with the red blood.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, Gary, you were always really nice to me, man. I'm not going to hurt you. You can leave. You can go ahead and go.
Don't look at it.
Yeah.
He tells him not to look at the body.
And Gary goes to the door, and he can't reach the chain. And he's like, "Oh, I can't get the chain open. Could you open the door for me?" And Arthur's like, "Oh, well, yeah, sure, buddy, no problem."
He's like, that's
like, "Oh,
on
I'm
me,
so-
my
I'm
bad.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
He's like,
sorry.
"Oh, I wasn't thinking. I'm sorry." And he goes and he opens the door, and he just
Then, like,
kisses
he-
Gary
yeah,
on
he
the
kisses him
head,
on the
and he's
head.
like, "You can go." And Gary runs the fuck
Yeah.
out of there.
As a short person, personally, if I was Gary, I'm pulling a chair. I'm not asking Arthur for anything. Let
Well,
me
and I think
let me
that's
crawl on
why-
the stand next door.
That's why Gary had that moment of like, "Oh, I gotta ask him to undo the door, and he's gonna kill me."
Yeah.
Like, this was my one chance to escape, and I've lost it.
Please don't hurt me, Arthur. Please don't hurt me, Arthur.
Yeah.
He did pretend to jump at him when he was
Yeah.
going to
Oh
the
my
door.
God, you're right.
Yeah, he's like,
Oh
"No,
my-
you can go," and then he's like, "Ah," and jumps at him.
Oh,
and
I'm
he's
just
like,
fucking with you.
Yeah.
This is funny, right? You just watched me brutally
He
murder
tells
man.
him he's going to be on the Murray Franklin show.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I'm going to be on it later tonight.
Yeah.
He's like, me on the telly.
And
He randomly pulls out a British accent.
Because
yeah.
Gary's British.
Because it's Gary's British. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then he closes the door and he's like better finish getting ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go redo his makeup.
Yeah. And this is where we get the great staircase scene. He's put on this red suit with like orange.
It's the exact
Orange and green.
opposite of John Wick going down up the staircase.
Oh yeah. And we're listening to
That's life.
Oh my god.
not that one.
Oh.
She's been doing that ever since we watched the movie the other day, listener. But it's a song that was a choice. It's Rock and Roll Part 2
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
by Gary Glitter. If you don't know who Gary Glitter is, listener,
Don't look it up.
he likes people on the younger side. Let's put it that way.
He's probably in the Epstein files.
Rock and
Creep
Roll
and a
Part
half.
2 is the quintessential football game song. It's the like sporting of like every band knows how to play that song.
Yeah, it's
Every high school band.
not a bad song. The guy who sings it is a horrible creature.
Taylor
It's
Swift.
not a bad song because you didn't have to play it every Friday night for 7 years.
Sure didn't. So Arthur's going down the stairs. He's doing this dance, and again, this is all in his head. There's no music, and the cops appear at the top of the stairs, and they're watching like, is he just doing a jig down there?
yeah, that cut when they
he's
cut to the cops.
he's just
And
doing
doesn't the music cut out too?
Yes, once they
And
call his
that-
name.
Hysterical.
He's just boogieing down there
He's
and-
pumping the air. He's like pelvic thrusting
while smoking.
While smoking.
It's dancing in the street.
Again,
literally.
almost no scenes in this movie, or actually, I don't think any scenes in this movie do not center around Arthur. I don't believe there's a single shot in this movie that doesn't. It's not about him.
That's right.
Yeah.
This whole movie is just
this whole
about
movie's
him.
Arthur.
Yeah.
Every other character is a side character,
Which makes sense.
which makes sense, but it's like to an extreme degree.
Yeah.
We get our chase scene with Arthur running again and just sweating off that makeup.
Yeah.
But that suit stays pristine. I will give it that. After he gets hit by a car.
And
Yep.
he cracks that windshield.
Yeah. Arthur gets beat up, punched, and then hit by a car multiple times in this film. Gets hit by another car later. And he gets onto a train, and the cops are right behind him. The train is full of protesters who are going downtown,
Yep.
and they all have the same kind of clown mask.
Yep.
And the clown mask resembles his makeup eerily well.
Yeah.
And
They started making them and selling them after a police sketch photo came out in the papers.
I missed
and on
that
the
detail.
news. Yeah.
For the first murder.
For the first murder.
The three murders.
Yeah, there was a police sketch.
Yeah.
And so I guess they started making those masks afterwards because it was like, this is the symbol of the revolution.
Oh, we
I
murdered.
missed that
the movie
detail.
that he actually wanted to make about,
Yeah.
taking out rich people.
Right. So he snatches one of the masks off one of the guys on the trains, and this starts a let's call it a kerfuffle
Yeah.
because there's a bit of a brawl on this train now.
Yeah, well, so he snatches the mask. The guy that he snatches it from pushes him. He bumps into a guy and then steps sideways. So when the guy he bumped into turns around, he punches the guy that he stole the mask from,
Yeah.
and then it's free for all.
But
Free for
but
all.
what's really funny is he's wearing this very makeup. He puts the mask on over that makeup. It looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
But he's still got that bright red suit on.
Yeah, he's still.
So he's just standing there looking at Shea Wiggum. And Wiggum realizes it's him and he pulls his gun. And with so many people on the train, some guy grabs the gun and Wiggum shoots someone in the belly.
Yeah.
And this is where the crowd jumps the two cops and they are out of the movie.
yeah, I
like-
thought we were going to see them get ripped apart.
They
Like,
were
not even
just
gonna lie.
stomped out on the train
Yeah.
platform.
And
yeah.
they didn't die.
Nope.
Or at least they.
It mentions later they are in critical
condition.
condition.
Yeah.
And Arthur just and he leaves.
It's like, I don't care.
He's like, I got away. I'm gonna dip. I gotta go see Murray.
I don't care about these cops.
Yeah.
They got it. They got what he deserved.
Yep. And he gets to the Murray Franklin show. They fix his makeup. It's really nice because it's like the blue around his eyes is like running down the white makeup of the face.
But only in one.
Only on one.
Like one single
Yeah.
tear.
Yeah. And
Is that reminiscent of something?
at the beginning, he had that one eye that was he was
Denzel
crying.
Glory.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Denzel and Glory.
Denzel and
Yeah,
Glory?
Denzel and Glory had that one tier. Yeah.
What about the
Pagliacci.
theater masks where one's sad
comedy and
one's
tragedy.
happy?
Oh.
Yeah,
Does-
that could be
Does
it.
the sad one
Yeah.
have one tier?
Because also his
sometimes.
makeup-
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Okay.
His makeup is also on his right side. It's more of a steep smile, and on his left side, it's more just straight out.
Yeah.
His smile was kind of uneven as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Crooked smile.
So he's at the Murray Franklin show. He's in his green room, and
On the mirror, he wrote
Yeah.
in lipstick, "Put on a happy face."
yeah, and over by the bathtub, he wrote "it"
Oh my god.
in blood.
Which
Oh, Stanley.
that's when Murray and what's his name? Murray and the producer, whoever.
Murray and the producer, and
Pop in.
Mark
De
Maron.
Niro and Mark Maron. And Mark Maron is like totally against this. He goes, "Look, we shouldn't bring this guy on the show. This is gonna do us any favors. It's
And
not gonna be good."
because of what's going on,
Yes, because he's wearing the makeup of the people who are
Yeah.
rioting in the streets.
and they're just like, bruh, no.
But De Niro's for it. Murray is like, "No, let's do it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great." And he tells him, "Hey, when you bring me out, could you introduce me as Joker?" And they're like, "What's wrong with your real name?" He goes, "Well, when you talked about my clip, you called me Joker."
That scene, his behavior in there, because I think he's smiling the whole time when he says it.
Yeah.
It reminded me of "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared," like where things just start to feel a little bit off about halfway through, and then shit hits the fan. You guys remember what I'm talking about, right?
I do
Nope.
not.
This can't
we
just
weren't-
be me.
It was you.
It's
No one
just
else
you.
has seen this video.
So I think she's saying the vibes from it. Like,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is-
no,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
getting
yeah,
it.
we
This
get
is
it.
I'm
when
getting it.
he embraces himself as Joker. This
Yeah.
is what we're waiting for. This, like, he's about to do some fucked up shit. We don't know
Yeah.
whether he's gonna kill himself.
Well, mind
Well,
you,
at
Or
this
whether he's
point,
gonna
I'm
kill-
real.
Yeah, we were
I'm thinking he's
expecting
going
him
to
to
kill
go on
somebody
and kill
else.
himself.
so I
Right.
get what y'all are saying, but we already knew he was gonna do something fucked.
Yeah.
From ever since he was practicing what joke he was gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we
but
knew he was about to do something crazy.
But at this point, I started seeing, he's not going to kill himself. He's going to kill somebody else.
He's when he's having this conversation with De Niro though in the green room, he's being passive aggressively standoffish.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, call me that because that's what you called me. You called me a Joker, so you might as well address me
I
on that
mean,
when I come out."
And then he's like, "This isn't for the political thing. This is just for the act."
yeah, he said,
Yeah.
I don't believe in that stuff.
I'm not political.
But
Yeah.
that also he it's in his I think he's justified in it because it's like I saw you make fun of me on this TV.
Yeah.
No,
Why
yeah,
would
yeah.
I embrace you as a dude because you were being a dick to me on national television?
Yeah.
But let's take it back to the fact that he feels like nobody fucking listens to him. That is a massive red flag. The way he's behaving is so off. And the guy's just like, nah, it's fine.
That
It's like-
producer, Mark Maron,
yeah.
he's 100% right.
Yeah.
Right,
No,
exactly.
Mark had he knew. Mark knew.
Shout out to Mark.
But what's his name?
The character's,
was,
the character's name is Gene, by the way.
Sorry, that
Shout
Adam,
out to Gene.
Adam was doing that thing where when he brings a character up, he calls them by either the character name and then the actor name,
Uh-huh.
or the actor name and then the character
I
name.
couldn't remember the character's name.
And you need to stop doing that. Pick one at the beginning.
Call
And-
him out.
We've done a lot of episodes of this show, and you do it every show. And I'm just like, you really need to stop doing
Because I
that.
forget. I
It's
either
a-
forget the real person or I forget the fake person.
You are confusing the listener.
and Jeremy.
No, I know what's going on, but the listener is just
Listener, Mark Gene Maron
yeah.
was saying this is a bad idea, and Gene Mark Maron was right.
Yeah, every time you're just like, which name are we gonna call him this time? All right, I'm gonna call him by the actor name, but then also throw in the character name.
Yeah,
and
of
then
course.
sometimes you go and do the character name
Yeah.
and then the actor name.
It's not as bad as when we did Freaky and we had to talk about. 'cause
Oh,
there's-
yeah.
no.
That was confusing because we have that body swap.
Oh
Right.
God, that's-
Previous episode, check it out.
That sounds nightmarish now that I think about it.
Yeah.
It was a good episode and it was a good movie.
But no,
I
I think
was wasted in that episode.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
bad.
you were.
it's wasted, mind you.
That was our longest recording episode, by the way.
4
4
but
hours.
it sounds like everybody got like a different vibe from that scene
Mm-hmm.
to a degree, which is good.
Yeah, no, it was great.
But he was doing his customer service voice. I think we should note that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very calm, but
Yeah.
he was just calling out the fact that you were making fun of me. Why stop now?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Nah, call me Joker.
De Niro, Murray.
De Niro's like, hell yeah, you know what? You're right. I will call you.
So, yeah, that's
Let's
what the
roll
guy
with
wants
it.
to do. Let's do
You're,
it.
you're gonna do great, kid. Come on.
He's just like, I don't think we should do this, Murray. This is a bad idea. Like, nah, shut up, guy.
Yeah.
We doing
And
this.
well, they They get done with their guest out there, Doctor Short Old Lady. I don't remember her character's name.
Me either.
Or who
Dr.
played her.
Ruth. No, I don't
It might as well have been
I
Dr.
think it
Ruth.
was
Wasn't
Sarah?
it Sarah something? Yes.
Doctor
Yeah.
save your relationship.
Yeah. So they bring out Arthur and they're like, look, this young man, we had his roll his clip one more time so we can laugh at him. This really bad stand-up set he did.
Oh yeah.
And Arthur's behind the curtain. And Abby described this character that is in this shot as the smartest character in the movie.
Next to Gene.
Next to Gene. And they're introducing Arthur, and he starts to do his dance. And he's smoking, of course. And he starts to do the thing. He's very free-flowing. And the guy next to him is kind of like, what the fuck? What is this guy doing?
Like, is anybody? He's staring him down. Like, is anybody else seeing this?
And then he steps away from him a little bit
Yeah.
before he opens the curtain for him. And Arthur comes out, and he does a good job. He's very, very natural coming out onto the
throws
set.
his cigarette.
Just flings that motherfucker.
And he's tap dancing to the chair.
And he walks up, he shakes Murray's hand, he kisses the little old lady.
That one, I was like,
For an extended period.
it reminds me of that one guy. He was in the original Running Man. That host.
Oh,
Of the
Richard Dawson?
Yeah,
Running Man.
he would was hosting Family Feud. He would kiss all the women.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, very intimately, very inappropriate.
Why?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
She's getting it.
They were. But yeah, you're right. It did remind me of that.
Yeah.
And he sits down and he's like, he's introducing him as Joker, and he's basically like, oh, he's still kind of being rude to him. Arthur would say some things, and Murray would say some kind of snarky response.
Thing. Well, he brought him on here to ridicule him.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's his whole point of being there.
Yes. And Arthur, he's like, well, why don't you tell us a joke? You trying to be a comedian? Tell us a joke. And he pulls out his book.
His journal.
Yes. And he's flipping through it, and it takes him a second, and he finds one. And he's like, knock, knock. And Murray's like, took you that long to find that?
You had to look that up?
Yes, he had to look that
Yeah.
up.
Which was a good one.
He tells this. It's a very, very dark joke. It's like, ma'am, it's the police. Your son was killed in a car crash,
By
and
a drunk driver.
by a drunk driver. And
He's dead.
Everyone's like, that's not funny, Arthur. That's so
The
inappropriate.
little lady's like, you can't make jokes like that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And
man,
they
this
did-
is Gotham.
They did tell him it's a family show. We
Yep.
need you to keep it clean, no swearing, like
No off-color jokes.
exactly.
Off color. That's what he used.
Immediately hits an
That's
off-color joke.
is that what they call blue humor? Would that fall under blue? Because I know blue humor can be. That was a term they used back in the day because they would have like family or cleaner comedy acts, and then they would have blue nights where comedians would come do their darker sexual, that kind of stuff.
I would say blue humor would be something like more like a sexual joke,
Okay.
whereas this, which isn't even a joke because there's no punchline,
No.
it's more just dark humor
Yeah.
or black humor.
Yeah, no, this one isn't blue.
No.
This one's not blue.
Is blue humor sexual?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more indecent, vulgar,
Yeah.
sexual, profane.
So,
I mean,
well, this is where we have our
This one's dark, I'm sure.
yeah.
yes. Well, Arthur's kind of reached his tipping point here, and he's telling Murray like, ever since I killed those 3 guys on the subway, I've been feeling great.
I haven't been sleeping well. Is what he says.
He hasn't been sleeping well.
Yeah, he says, I haven't been sleeping well ever since I killed those 3 Wall Street guys.
Ever since he killed the 3 Wall Street guys, and everyone's like, "What? What the fuck did you just say?"
And he goes, you're not joking. Like,
You're serious.
yeah. And instead of doing the smart thing
And
Of
cutting
calling the cops.
of, moving out of the way, he decides to...
Keep egging him on about it.
Exactly, and I think that was where he was either thinking, this guy's not for real, and I'm going to make him look like a fool, or I'm about to have the biggest journalistic break of my life here.
My ratings are about to go through the roof.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he went for it.
Hubris.
And
Hubris.
Yes.
he keeps egging him on, and Arthur's like, look, society doesn't care about people like me. I could die in the street and you guys would walk over me, but these 3 businessmen get murdered and everyone's so sad about it.
Yeah, Thomas Wayne goes on TV, he's crying about it, and now everybody's just like, oh no, those poor unfortunate guys.
Yeah, but I don't get that kind of love. I've been struggling for a long time. I've never been happy a day in my life.
Yep.
And Murray is like, telling him, this is horrible. We need to call the police. And Arthur has the line of, well, how about one more joke? And he's like, no, we're done with your jokes. And he says, what do you get when you cross it's like a socially awkward loner with a society that doesn't care about them.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you get what you fucking deserve. And he pulls this gun out and he shoots Murray in the face.
It's so fast.
And
So fast.
It's so fast. And but what gets me, this turns into all of us on 9/11 in 2001 when the first tower gets hit, right? And the camera's still rolling, right? Because he then pulls out, shoots Murray again 3 times in the chest. The camera is still rolling. So all these children on this family show getting traumatized watching this guy get murdered on live television.
Right.
Mind you, this is not a kid's show, so kids shouldn't be watching this.
No.
No,
Right.
this is a family-friendly show.
But he goes like Erica just said, shoots him a few more times. Then he goes back and like thinks about shooting him again. And he's like, nah. And he throws the gun down on the desk. And he walks up to one of the cameras, also the lady who was the guest, and what I assume is Murray's sidekick, the guy who was the other guy on the couch.
Mhm.
Oh, the
Is like hugging the lady.
Yeah. They never ran off.
They
You
didn't.
can hear and
Well,
see other people running.
they're
Yeah.
right next to the guy with the gun.
So
The easiest person to get, like, they're the closest people to get shot next.
Who was
right.
just vibing.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Run.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. Yeah.
And then he walks up to the camera and he's about to speak into the camera.
And then they cut it.
it cuts.
So the ending to every Murray Franklin show was they said, that's life. And then they played the song as the outro. No.
That's life.
No.
God damn it, Abby.
But that's what he was about to say was, you know what they say? And then it cuts him off. I love the next shot where it pulls out and it's all the cameras. And we're seeing like interspersed between scenes of the protest, the murder.
Well, it's full on riot now.
Yeah,
The protests have gone to full on riots.
Yeah, the city is burning. We're getting like news reports about the murder. They're saying the Joker's in custody. They're replaying clips from the show. There's like Coca-Cola ads. There's ads for like snacks and stuff.
It's
like
cozy.
It's
cozy little murder.
It's like interspersed between all of this, and I love that because it's commercialism at its finest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, people are coming to check in on this.
That's real
roll
life.
an ad. Roll an ad.
Yeah.
But we have all these people in the city surrounded by mountains of trash, by the way, because again, the trash problem is an underlying theme of this, but never really comes into play. It's more just the
Damn,
society breaking down.
commentary, but not saying anything.
Yeah, it's a commentary on this is how the city is. It's nothing but trash here.
Yep.
Yeah.
The people too. They are also trash.
Yep. And the people are, much like in Hamilton, the people are rioting. We see Arthur's now in the back of a cop car, and he's enjoying every second of this. He's staring out the window,
He's like,
overjoyed.
I did this.
He's like, that's my, look at them. They're all wearing my egg.
They could have played.
Boy, do they have egg on their face.
Oh.
Damn. Now who has the egg on their face, Murray?
And at the same time, we cut to a theater that is playing a movie that I recommend to everyone to watch. This is a real movie, but it's playing Zorro the
Was
Gay
it?
Blade.
Yeah.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Zorro
Yeah.
the Gay Blade.
Yep. That's the movie that's playing.
Have you ever heard of that?
No.
This is a real movie. It is basically where Zorro breaks his ankle, and he has to ask his cousin to step in and play his character. Because if I remember right in the movie, they're played by the same actor.
Oh my God.
Haven't watched it in a very long time. But the thing is, his cousin is gay. So instead of wearing the black outfit, I think the first one he puts on, it's the same outfit, but it's all pink.
George Hamilton.
Yes. This is a real film. It is quite funny. There's a scene where people come to his house thinking that he is Zorro. He's like, look, I'm not Zorro. And he's having to do all these things like jump on his feet, and his ankle is broken. So he's like having to stifle a scream.
The difference in the costume.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
This is a real film. Again, I definitely recommend it. And the Waynes are leaving the theater.
Says
And-
Zanian sensation.
Uh-huh.
Talk about being disconnected from reality. There's a riot happening in the city. I would not have gone to see a movie during that.
I'll be
Nah.
honest, before I like clocked who was coming out of the theater, I thought it was porno theater.
Oh. Okay.
What makes it weird?
Zorro's in here slinging his meat sword.
I wasn't sure.
What makes it weird is like originally the Waynes weren't coming out of the theater; it was the opera, and that's why they were.
This is a different version.
I know, but
This-
it, like,
it's okay.
I agree with
he
you.
took
So,
some
so
heavy.
you're saying it didn't click immediately?
Yeah, so I
Ah.
was like, so I was sitting there. I was like, yeah, okay, well, here's the Waynes doing their thing.
Well,
you know?
well,
So you didn't realize what was about to happen.
Well, I did as soon as I was like, oh, Riot, Joker, and then
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
Oh,
well,
no.
it's like those
Joe
things
Cool.
where I mean, the opera and the movies are played in a theater. They were leaving a theater. It was just more updated
Maybe.
to the 1930s. So or
Unless
from
it
the
was,
1930s.
maybe, was it a play?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. It looked like a movie theater.
It was a theater.
Either way, they're leaving, and they're like, oh man, these riots are really going on. It's really dangerous out here. Well, we better get off the street. Let's go down Crime Alley.
Yeah.
That's safe.
I missaid it was Joe Cool a second ago. That's Snoopy.
It's Joe Chill.
Joe Chill.
Joe Chill.
Mm.
Well, they walk by a guy who's got the clown mask on, and he watches them walk by, and you can see his coat is just open. You just see the handle of his pistol inside of his jacket,
Mm-hmm.
and he follows him down the alley, and
When I saw this part, I was like, oh my God, is he going to say the line? And you were like, no. And I was like, oh, darn.
that's just a Nicholson thing.
Yeah.
But he says something about,
Get what you fucking deserve.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is what he said to Murray.
Murray.
Yeah.
Yep.
and he shoots Thomas Wayne in the chest, and then he snatches Martha's pearls and he shoots her. And Bruce is just standing there with zero expression on his face, just standing between these two dead bodies of his parents, and he's just like, anyway.
I guess I'm going to be Batman.
The kid has no expression on his
Yeah.
face, like nothing. He looks so unfazed by this.
Yeah.
He's like, well, fuck, I'm not getting my Christmas presents. But Arthur's in the back of this car, and they go through this intersection, and this is where he's hit by another car because an ambulance just plows right into the side of the cop car.
Mm-hmm.
The cops are fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
and Arthur is unconscious, and these guys walk up to the glass. This was intentional because the guy who's driving the ambulance is staring into the cop car the whole time as he walks around from the ambulance to the other side of the cop car, and they scoop Arthur out and throw him on the hood.
Yeah.
And he's bloodied. He got really messed up in this wreck.
Mm-hmm.
But when he comes to, he stands on the hood of the car, and these people gather around him, and they're circling him like some kind of crazy clown messiah.
Yeah.
And
Life of Arthur.
the life of Arthur.
That's left.
Oh, God.
But he like realizes like, oh,
I got blood in my mouth.
my mouth hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
And he does this. This is a really well done shot, I
Uh-huh.
think. But he just puts his fingers in his mouth. Again, putting fingers in mouth.
Yeah.
But he puts his fingers in his mouth, and he uses the blood to draw a big, thick, red smile on his face.
Yeah.
And then he's just doing his dancing thing again in front of this crowd, and he's loving it. He's finally being seen by all these people.
Yeah.
It's not just people are talking about something I did, but they see me. They know who I am.
The original egg.
He's a hard-boiled egg now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He got cooked in that crash.
Yeah, he did.
But then it cuts to we're back in Arkham,
Yep.
and
Smoking a cigarette.
he's got the tar stains on his fingers where they're kind of yellow.
Yeah.
Like,
This
my
is
father had that
close
shit.
up.
Yeah,
They are close to this man's face.
yeah, it's real close. You can see his freaking pores.
Worse.
But he's sitting there. Another therapist he's talking to. This lady had a really bad wig on.
The
Oh
worst
my God.
wig. Oh my God. It was so distracting.
This therapist needs a new barber.
So bad.
So he starts laughing and he's singing something to himself. It's
I think it was after he said what he needed to say.
oh, was it? I thought it was before.
I
But
think
he's
the laughter came after.
yeah, he's laughing. He's singing some song, and she's like, "What's?"
He's singing That's Life.
That's left.
Yeah, because no,
Fuck!
he's laughing, and then the lady's like, what's so funny?
Yes, and then he's just like you wouldn't
Yeah.
You wouldn't get it. And then he starts singing.
Then he starts singing, and she's just kind of sitting there looking at him like this guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's specifically that part that says some people get their kicks stomping on a dream.
On your dreams, yep.
Remember?
I like how they did it because they put the song in and they had the sound of him just kind of like speaking it to himself.
Mm-hmm. He was like half singing
But
it.
it's
Yeah.
so close to his face.
Yeah, it's very unsettling.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to this wide shot of the hallway, and Arthur starts walking down this hallway, but he's leaving little bloody footprints behind him, which leads you to imply that he possibly killed his therapist just now.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
And then he starts getting chased back and forth like would you describe it as Benny Hill?
Yeah.
Like
I
he's
just
running
wanted to hear the
from
Benny
left and
Hill
right
thing.
to the end of the hallway being chased by orderlies.
A Scooby-Doo chase scene.
Yeah.
And our movie ends right there.
With a nice title card.
Yeah,
Or,
the end.
the end.
Title card.
Now there was one thing we missed. After he kills his mother, and this is the thing that we kept talking about early on, he's back in the apartment putting on his makeup before Randall and Gary show up. And he's got this photo of his mom.
Yes,
And he
let's
flips
talk
the
about it.
photo over, and on the back it says something about "I still think about your smile."
No, you have a pretty smile.
You have a
or
pretty smile.
Something like that.
But underneath that it says TW.
Now, a few things could be happening here. Either his mom wrote that to herself,
Which I think.
That's what I think.
or it implies that she actually was right, meaning he killed his mom for no fucking... Well, I mean, not no fucking reason.
What she
but-
believed about Thomas Wayne and her was true.
Right.
And it was being covered up like you said you believe earlier.
Exactly.
Because that TW on the back of that portrait
Yeah. Yeah.
could be Thomas Wayne, or maybe the boyfriend's initials were TW.
Yeah.
But it never explains it. So it leaves that ambiguity.
Right.
Was she crazy, or was she telling... Was she right?
Yeah, because he crumples up the picture and laughs.
He just throws it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
But-
matter now.
Doesn't matter now. He killed her. And Wayne is also dead. But the thing with the therapist at the end, I don't think that blood was real.
You
I
think that was
don't.
in
I
his
think
head?
it was his head because there's not a drop of blood on him.
Yeah, there's
Well-
no
Just on his feet.
Yeah.
He's wearing all white.
Do we ever see him from the front, though?
Only we get
At a
like almost
distance.
like little side
When he's
glimpses.
running back and forth, but
Yeah.
But he's so far away.
He's so far away, but
Yeah.
he just looks so clean.
It's another one of those ambiguous things.
Right, it's another ambiguous thing. Like, but personally, I don't think it really happened. But that's our movie. That's Joker. Todd Phillips went from directing crazy ass comedies to this movie that it was just
It was a comedy.
crazy. It kind of according to Joker, it was a comedy.
Arthur said it was a comedy.
So so now we're gonna go around and everyone's gonna say if they would have regretted seeing this in the theater and their final thoughts. And we're gonna start with Abby.
Oh, hey. Yes, I would have regretted seeing this in the theater. This was not a bad movie, but it was not my kind of movie. So I would have regretted paying theater prices, considering this was also 2019?
2019.
So knowing how high the cost of things were, it's a movie that could have been phenomenal if they had just delved into certain aspects, certain things. But again, it felt like this movie went an inch deep and a mile wide. And I liked the aesthetic, I liked the concept, but it missed the mark. I'm glad I watched it, but I'm never gonna watch it again. Yeah.
Gotcha. Etta, what'd you think?
I would have regretted seeing it in theaters. But like I kind of told Jeremy yesterday, I watched this movie twice. Well, first was by myself, and I said I think this is a movie meant to be enjoyed by yourself. I'm trying to think of how to delve into that. So it humanized a villain, basically. And I think it did that on purpose. To be like, this could have been anybody in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
That was just pushed over the edge. So it delved into mental to drug abuse. It delved into a lot of things. And I think I just resonated with that more, being by myself. Because that kind of goes down a tunnel. Mm-hmm. So I can...
Like when you're watching it by yourself, all you have is self-reflection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think I enjoyed it more that way. So it's a sad movie. It's a very sad movie.
Very.
Yeah.
But I think it opened up a lot of things to be viewed. So I think that's why it was so ambiguous. Because it's kind of like Twilight. Like, they wanted you to put yourself into his shoes. So I think that's why they didn't go into depth with a lot of things. So I really did enjoy this movie. But I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it in a theater with everybody else. Because I think it would have taken away from it.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Erica, what do you think?
We're skipping Jeremy?
It's his movie. I'm gonna ask him last.
Oh.
He's also the one dressed like the Joker right now.
He's
got the green and the purple on.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to see this in 2019, and I turned it down, and I do not regret that decision. Did not like this movie. This movie, like Abby says, it's a good movie to some extent. Well, it's a well-made movie. I'll say that.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say it's a good movie, but it's also not a movie for me. I don't like the Joker. I don't like the Joker as a character. I don't like the Joker in this movie. I get it. I don't like movies that deal with mental health because I struggle with mental health hard. So it's like I don't like self-reflection, you know? But yeah, no, this is not a movie for me. Do not regret not seeing this in theaters.
Well, I did see this movie in the theater. I probably saw it either opening week or the week after. I did not regret it then. I would not have regretted it if I had seen it today in the theater. I like this movie. I think Joaquin Phoenix does a phenomenal job playing this character. I don't believe this is the Joker. I believe this is something that inspired what would become Bruce Wayne's Joker. But I very much enjoyed it. The look at how people who have mental problems need to get the help they deserve was interesting, and how it drove this man into his madness. And as someone who grew up with two mentally ill parents, some of the things in this movie I was like kind of relating to, like that file when he's looking through his mother's file. I was like, my parents have some of those. I liked it. It was, and we talked about this before we sat down to record. You could remove all of the DC-ness from this movie and it would still be an interesting movie, and it also would not change anything really. But the fact that it's set inside the DC universe is part of the reason why I like it more. But no, I very much enjoyed this film. Can't wait to watch that sequel that I've heard so much about. But yeah,
Good luck.
did not regret it. Enjoyed it. Jeremy, what'd you think?
I would not have enjoyed seeing it in a theater because what you were told you were getting and what you got were two different things. This is, it's just like, hey, this is a movie about the Joker. And there have had, up to this point, there have been several iterations of the Joker. Several really good iterations of the Joker. And this is a different one. And honestly, I feel like the movie that people wanted to see and the version of the Joker that everybody wanted from this movie, you did not get until towards the end. Like that person that he became towards the end is what you wanted the entire time. You kind of wanted more of that. So I guess maybe the point where I want to say the point where he killed Randall. But I feel like that should have probably happened. The transformation into the Joker should have happened a lot earlier in the movie.
It was a slow burn.
Yeah, it was a very slow burn. And like, I think, you said it was an origin story, or one of y'all said it was very much an origin story. So the character
study.
you came to see, you don't get that character until the end of the movie, and you barely get time with that character.
Yeah.
That character, that persona, what he turns into, you get that at the end. That's what you wanted the whole time.
And I wouldn't even say you get them.
Well, that's kind of what they promised. They're just like, hey, this is what we're giving y'all, and you don't get that until the end.
Yeah, to play off of that, if I remember right, and if you look up the posters for this movie, most of it is stuff from when he's donned the face paint and the red suit, which does not happen until like the last 20 minutes of the film. But it's
Exactly.
all over the promotional material.
Yep.
Right.
So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, what they told you were getting and what you got, not at all. This is not DC Comics, the Joker.
Yeah.
This is also just 3 years after we got Jared Leto as Joker in Suicide Squad.
Right. So
we're just getting Joker after Joker after Joker.
Right.
and mind you, I think it was one of the reasons it was so well received is because you had got that version of the Joker, and then you
got
get
this
this
one.
version of the Joker, and just those two things next to each other. It was just like this one was so much better than the last one that I got.
I agree.
Not to
And-
say that this one was bad.
Both are just a hard follow up to Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
love that
People
Yeah.
have been
Joker.
chasing that
They've been,
high.
I was just about to say that.
I would say this is a bastardized version of that Joker.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Visually.
think they were trying to touch.
Visually,
Yeah.
definitely, 'cause like the long hair.
Yeah.
But just what I got and what I wanted, which I think I knew. Like I kind of knew that this is not going to be what I wanted. I knew that going into it, and that's probably why it took me so long to actually watch the movie.
I agree.
And like I don't know what movie Todd Phillips wanted to make, but it wasn't this one.
As a person who loves comics, I live, breathe, love comics, right? this movie was, as Jeremy had mentioned in his review, this movie was sold to me as a Joker movie. This is not a Joker movie.
No.
And that's like, you're not selling to me, a comic book fan.
Right.
You lied to me, told me this is a Joker movie to get me in the door. I'm in the door. This is not a Joker
This
movie.
is not a Joker. In
Yeah.
fact, do they ever say the Joker at any point?
No,
At
they
that
just,
movie?
refer to him, they
believe-
just refer to him as Joker.
That'd probably be a good way to sum it up too. Like, this movie is called Joker, not the Joker. This is not the Joker. This is not DC Comics the Joker. This is Joker.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing.
Because that's like what I saw, like when it first came out, people were talking about it, and I kind of referenced it when I was giving my opinion. This is not the Joker that we all know and think about. This
At
is
all.
the guy who inspired that character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like when you said that. You you don't think this is the Joker that ends up.
No, this
being
is
the
not.
arch
This is
villain.
not Batman's Joker.
Spoiler alert. Clearly, because Batman's not in the movie.
That's true.
I do, to an extent, like the amount of ambiguity that was in this. Like, we are following this character so closely, and we still don't fully understand how his brain works.
Right. You can't.
Yeah.
No.
Not with the doctors they have in Gotham.
Well, just not in general. You never know how the brain works. That's why AI sucks so bad.
Yeah. So that's our movie. And if we had seen this movie in the theater,
Like you did.
like I did, this movie cost me around $9.01 to see in the theater 7 years ago, 2026. And in 2 weeks, the next movie we're doing is one that Erica is really looking forward to.
It is.
It is Death Becomes Her,
Love that movie.
I'm so
which I
excited.
think everyone's seen now except for Erica.
I think so.
I believe so.
Who picked
Yeah.
it?
Me.
Erica.
I've
Okay.
never seen it.
Yeah, it's a wild one. So get ready for that in 2 weeks. So if you want to follow us on any of our social medias, we are Get2Theater, the number 2, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, TikTok, YouTube. Follow us on all those places. In 2 weeks, please join us for Death Becomes Her. I'm Adam,
I'm Erica.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Etta.
I'm Abby.
and we've been getting to the theater. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.